There we go. We're live. Oh, we got
Live.
We are alive.
Ian Geeb and Michael Seabrook. They were quick. They beat Drew today. Wow, that's
Man,
pretty
I
good.
haven't been live on anything in like a really long time.
Oh, no? Oh, well, fuck. You don't even worry about it. We just act like we're not live. We just shoot the shit. So you're good. We're
Uh,
good. So hey, Cody. Cody, Mighty Mouse is in the chat too.
like
Yeah.
that guy is a wicked puller. I
Oh,
love
yeah.
watching Mighty Mouse matches. They're just amazing.
He's getting really strong right now. Yeah, he is. He is. Very impressive.
He was
Yeah.
doing real good at practice.
Yeah. What about you, Jack? Are you training hard?
Yeah, I just took vacation, so I've been kind of what happened was is I took my table out of the house because I was reorganizing and then vacation, but for like a month and a half, 2 months, I've been very solid. Before that, it was kind of off and on, like every 2 weeks I'd probably hit it hard and then it'd kind of go back to whatever. So I'm back on training. I was back on training this week and I've been hitting the weights pretty hard. So yeah.
We
Nice.
got Kalen in the chat.
Oh no.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man, that man, he's a strong guy. I just love it. It
Yeah.
our match was I wish I didn't get hurt. I knew that his hand was too much at that time for sure. Like his control, like here, like just in that pronation, I just couldn't get around his hits. So
Yeah. Well, you had that elbow injury, and now I got a severe elbow injury. So
yours is a lot worse though.
mine's
Mine
pretty
was
bad. Yeah.
mine was like oh, everybody's scared it popped. Yours was a okay.
Yeah.
Brian's going for an MRI now,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
It
a little
was-
different. And the amount of pressure that was on your arm between you and Byron is probably like 600 pounds between the two of you. So it's
Jeez. It's yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It could be.
Yeah, probably.
especially like when you're in the middle of the match because from what I remember, Byron was he had you kind of I'd say 3/4 of the way
He
over on
won the he got the go because I was arguing the go and he had me. Yeah. But then I got pissed and I was like,
and
fuck.
you decided to climb up his hand. Like
Mm.
I wouldn't call it a climb, but you shot up his hand. You were like, "Fuck that," and you went.
Yeah.
You
Yeah. And
started,
I went for the kill early.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I guess, but that's part of the game, right? Like it's what happens when you pull hard, right?
Yeah, it's the sport's risky, it's you're giving everything, right? You know.
100%.
I
Yeah.
mean
You're
anybody
maxing out almost the whole match.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean if
It's not
anybody
safe in most sports to do that.
no, and if anybody arm wrestles and never gets pain, then they're not really trying.
Yeah.
So there's no pain, there's no gain in arm wrestling. Like unfortunately, injuries do happen. I don't want them to happen,
No.
but I'm sure I'm going to come back stronger from it. So,
Well, and I feel like for myself with my arm, like I hook movements still hurt pretty good
mhm.
because when I tried to pull
Yeah,
out of Galen, I was in that stupid not looking hook pull.
yeah,
But like I feel now like my riser and my pronation and my side pressure have gotten so much better that that hook's not really going to matter in the long run. And I feel like for you, it's gonna you're very much an all around puller. Like you have
yeah.
on your arm, you kind of can go both ways with it. So I feel like you'll just come back stronger because you're gonna move all the movements at once. Like you're not just gonna
Yeah.
single out that one piece, right?
Well, no, no. I think maybe my progression because I'm trying to get good everywhere. I think my progression's slower too. But the power's there. The
But
power's there. Need the
but your
10.
progression isn't slower, right? Because if you're tweaking everything all at once, right? Like, because if you get really good at one thing, you are very good at that one thing.
Yeah,
If
there's
you're an all-around puller, you have options. So let's say you're in a match with a guy in a like a low hand top roll, you can throw him into a hook if you need to, right?
yeah,
But if you get into a match with a hooker, you can throw that top roll out, right? That's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of
yeah.
all-around training.
That's why I do it, right? Like if there's one person I want to mimic, it's John Brzenk, right? I mean, I always when I started pulling, yeah, I loved Devin, I loved all them, but I considered myself like I don't consider myself John Brzenk, don't get me wrong, but if there was one person I was trying to mimic or be like, it's John Brzenk.
Emulate the most, yeah.
Yeah, like he's very versatile. John would do what he had to do, and if he needed to go inside, he'd go inside. If he needed to go outside, he'd go outside. I
I
think it's important to have versatility on the table. So,
100%. I really love watching John's matches with Dennis.
yeah,
I love it because you're literally looking at a monster versus a man. That's the way I look at it.
yeah.
And John is just he's so good all around that Dennis is really good at one thing generally. He's not really like he's good at it all, but John was way more versatile, so he had the edge on versatility, right?
Dan's a
Oh
better
yeah.
now, I believe, than he was back then, even with
I
his old
think I think
decrepitness.
you're right. I'd say Dennis has more in his holster now than he ever did.
Yeah,
I'd say it was a trade-off though. He gained a lot, but he lost a few things.
yeah,
Yeah, his power ain't there anymore. Like it's there, but it
His
ain't what it was.
yeah, his explosivity is completely gone. I don't know
yeah,
why, but it's completely gone.
yeah.
But you got to think too, because I think he gained that versatility through the loss of his size. Like he was so big, and his muscles were
His
so tight,
mobility
everything was
was
so close. He couldn't do all the moves.
that's true. That's true,
I
yeah.
I think he lost his
He couldn't
explosiveness.
close his hand. His hand was so fat and big he could probably only do this, you know?
Yeah, it is a disadvantage, believe me. And another thing is I think he lost his explosiveness. He lost because if you watch the way he trains, he just holds all the time.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
holds
that's how you
everything.
see him in matches now, or anytime he pulls, he's
Just like
always going
static.
from a negative, like if you're looking at like anatomics, he's going from a less advantageous position now. He's not fighting for an advantageous position where he
Yeah,
used to.
yeah,
Yeah, now
exactly.
he's
Yeah.
very much a hold you at center guy. He is like I've seen his training. He is not going for pins. He's gonna let you hammer on him, and then he's gonna hold you at center. But he doesn't really go any further than
I
that.
used to do the same thing. I used to do the same thing, and I was finding myself the same way. Not having an explosion, not being able to have that pinning power I needed. Like Zach, you remember I used to just go to practice and I would just hold, and I'd feel really strong because I could hold a lot of people just center table.
Mhm.
But it didn't really help me in matches. It really didn't, you
Yeah.
know. In matches, guys are exploding on you, and you're not always going to have center table, and you got to have good offense, right? So it's finding, well, you know what, it's doing all those learning and then finding what works for you too, right? So I think it's really important to try to do different things. Some days, yeah, maybe hold, right? Work defensively. Other days, let the other guy know that, hey, I'm going to be a little more explosive, you know. Is that okay? And then, work with your partner, right? Use a band then, right? If the other guy's weaker, use a band or something.
I always say if you're the strongest guy, if you're the guy who's gonna win. Good example at practice, Brian. It works out. Like when I was there, we were pulling that right hand. You were not trying to break my arm
No, 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 of course not.
because you knew you were stronger. You knew on the right you were just gonna kill me, and
Yeah.
so you let me train, and that's important too. Like because you do get stronger from it,
Oh yeah.
but you're allowing me to get stronger because I'm getting into my motion, getting into my position. So there's a lot of trade-off with like being that guy who's the best and being the guy who needs that experience, right?
Yeah. Well, and that's what they say, right? The senior guy, he holds and the junior guy works. You try to do that as much as possible, and if you have a good balance in your club, it can work nice because I can maybe start with you, Jackson, and then I can eventually move up to Sean or Caleb, right? So, you know, stuff like that, right? So, but my right won't be seeing those days for anytime soon. But I do hope to be, my left I'm training now really, really hard. It's actually toothaches really bad because I've been training at pumpkin training, like my right with Dale and Brad,
Yeah.
trying to do exactly what they're doing on their right on my left. And my left's just destroyed, like destroyed. But it's got to be getting stronger because I've been working it really hard for the last, I don't know, 8 or 9 days now. And then I went from 2 pounds of side pressure last week on my right. I got up to 14 pounds last night. So,
How did
which is
that kind of feel like the like
nothing but pain, nothing but pain. Yeah, it's just a lot of pain.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll say on my left after that pop with Kalen, like doing any supination like this,
Hmm.
it's just like no, no.
Yeah.
And still it still hurts, but it's just because even if you are fully healed from that, it'll still hurt. Like it'll be another year on top of that before it actually starts to feel okay, but you'll be okay if that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Kalen said Dennis versus Richard Lupke's. That was a good match, man.
That was a great match.
Richard Lubke's one of my favorite pullers of all time. He
The
is
Leviathan.
just a
Yeah. He's just a power puller. He just boom, boom.
I liked watching their old stuff kind of back. I think it was the 80s, like 85. I watched a match and they're sitting down on tables with the
That's
pad.
Yukon Jack and shit. Yeah, and they did the sit down pulling. Yeah.
Yeah, I always find that to be interesting because I think that would like inherently change the outcomes of lots of matches. Not with Richard Lukes, obviously, but
Sit down pulling is different. It is different.
100%. Like you go to the bar and arm wrestle a guy, and I find it easier than if we're standing lots of the time
Mhm.
because you kind of get into your position, especially when you're sitting. You can kind of like if you got the right side of the table that's closer to, it's easier because you can grab that edge, and the other guy has to the flat.
Yeah.
You know.
Mhm.
Yeah, almost start kick back. I feel
Yeah.
that.
And there's
Oh.
and on a table too, like if you were just arm wrestling straight up on a table, you the room to move is just weird. Like because there's no set padding and even if there is,
Freedom, baby.
you can maneuver
I
your
like it.
to make it look like you're not like off of it.
So
Yeah, you can lift
are
it
you
up.
able to get to practice anywhere now? It must be harder for you now.
For me,
Yeah.
well, I trained this last week with the Badlands boys. They're just down in the like they're it's like 10 minutes from me. I
Mhm.
just I like they have their way of training and I have mine. Like they're very much like we only pull every 6 weeks. They don't pull ever. And and they kind of have it in their heads that you don't need to pull, but I think it's very much a 60-40 kind of thing. Like yeah, you need the weights. Without the weights, you're just kind of you're gonna get really good at technique, but your power won't really change as much.
Mhm.
And for maybe for some people that's different, but I find for myself like weights helps a lot.
Yeah, weights help me too.
But I need the pulling. I need to get that ready go. I need to get that like that constant pressure like because pressures change in a hand when you're arm wrestling rather than a weight. When you're on a weight, it's the constant same. But when you're arm wrestling, you got to be ready for hits. You got to be ready for someone to yank your arm the other way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And when people train a lot of the time, they're isolating individual muscles, right?
Mhm.
Where when you're arm wrestling, you're trying to activate long, like multiple chains at a time. You're trying to get all this chain going plus this chain inside. Like, so if you have a good mind muscle connection in each individual muscle, but when you try to pull, you find yourself almost switching between multiple,
Yeah.
you're never able to connect them.
Mhm.
That's something that you can't really get from the weight room. That's something you can only get from table.
Yeah.
We've been mixing it up now. So in the dungeon, what we try to do, and we're really experimenting now, is having multiple vectors attacked at once. Because we do a lot of pulley stuff now, right? So you know, we're gonna start putting up a band, like having that pulley doing our side pressure, but we're also gonna have a band attacking our wrist, trying to buckle the hand back at the same time. Like we're gonna start using multiple vectors in one motion, right? So I think, yeah, like you can't mimic table time, but you can get stronger for the table. But I don't agree with once every 6 weeks. I mean, honestly, I think you should be on the table 60, 70%. Like, I don't believe in redlining at practice, but I think you should be 60, 70% on the table once a week, like
Yeah.
minimum.
Yeah. Well, and the thing is like I guess for Eugene and Sergey, the way they see it is it's time tested, right? Because they don't pull very often, and neither do their pullers, but they compete well. But I think what they forget is that their counterparts don't have the same amount of arm wrestling experience as they do.
Mhm.
So on the ready goes, they get screwed every time.
I
Like
agree. You know what? You know what? I'm not going to beat you up, Sergey. I love you, but I seen how strong you were. You came to Dale's. He came to Dale's, him and Eugene, and Sergey was very strong. But when he started, he was always cocked every time. Every time. And he felt really strong that day. But and then when you seen him at provincials and nationals afterwards, You know what? That strength, he wasn't able to show it because he was in the setup. He was starting, he's not, I don't believe that you should ever try to start with an advantage in practice. Try to do it exactly like you would if you were in a real match. Because if you never train with your wrist straight and you're always starting with an advantage, it's almost like you're not getting any benefits because you're going to go to the table. Now you're going to start in an uncomfortable position. And if you watch, like Sergey's so strong, I think he could have beat a lot of the guys he lost to, but he was getting his hand taken right off the go, right? And that strength I seen in practice, that guy should have beat everybody that beat him those 2 days. But like I said, I think it's like yeah, it's like a disadvantage to try to start with your wrist cocked all the time, right? So
Yeah, he definitely like Sergey, like you said, like this isn't me like being like, oh, their club is stupid.
no, they're amazing. I love their club.
Like, but it's like I said, it's just not for me. Because like if I trained like that, I even like to start myself and like if I'm doing a practice pull with my wrist not in even a flat position
Mhm.
because I especially on weaker guys because I want to catch that and then learn to maneuver my way around. If it's somebody stronger, I'll start straight. But with Sergey and those boys, I'm like the reason you're not getting it is because practice doesn't make perfect, it makes permanent. So when you start like this, you're permanently going to want to be like this, and then you're uncomfortable here, which is not where you want to be.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. Like in a practice situation, you're best to be, have the disadvantage. You're best to always work on your weaknesses in practice, right? And I mean, and I don't know, Sergey and Eugene are a little different. Eugene actually starts very fair in practice,
He,
and Eugene will also lower his level to you so you can have a match in practice. Like Eugene's very good at, lowering himself so that way you have a good practice pull.
yeah.
You know what I mean? And if he needs to get stronger, he can raise his. He's like Goku. He can control his levels.
I will say the other day when I was there, we were pulling, and if he hears this, he's gonna fully disagree,
Mhm.
but I don't care. Um, so I'm on my right. I'm an avid flop press guy. That's
Yeah.
the place I like to be. But he is not comfortable against a flop press, especially without a strap. And a strap, it makes no difference to him. But
Yeah. Yeah.
without the strap, I had him in the flop on the right, and he couldn't quite get it. And then he's like, "This is dangerous. Are you sure you want me to actually hit this?" And I said, "Fucking go for it." Right? Like I'm like, let's
Yeah. Yeah.
feel it. And he couldn't quite get it but it's because the he he's a hook puller strategically,
Oh,
right?
yes. Yeah.
And that is detrimental. Like I think Mason DeRossi would beat him because he's so fast in a flop press. Like if he just quickly got to his spot because he is that fast. Like I really do think it could change the outcome of some of his matches.
Oh, definitely. But Eugene is he's just a smart puller, man. Like he's just really smart and he can identify pressures really well. And
Right?
that's the difference between like that's why Mason's having such a hard time because Eugene, he's already figured Mason out, right? So Mason relies on that hit, right? And Eugene, you know, he's already stopped it like now many times. So Mason's gonna have to get crafty. And I think it's good for Mason too, because I think for a long time there was no answer to Mason. And
Yeah.
now you have Eugene, and that can only help Mason, right?
Oh yeah, I think
Yeah.
he's gonna get so much better. Like, and he, like you said, there is no real answer to that guy. Like, I remember the first time I saw him like live was at that Lethbridge tournament, like a year ago, and he won like all the weight classes, right? And I was just like, is there even a single person in this room that's gonna beat this kid? Like, and this is just my ignorance. I'm like,
That Lethbridge?
yeah, in Lethbridge. And Mason's not like this huge, like hulking guy.
No.
Not an average looking guy by any means, but he's not like this massive Hulk, but he's taking down giants. Like,
He can do one arm pull-ups like they're nothing.
yeah, like he is in his tensile strength is
Yeah.
incredible.
Yes, I agree. I agree. And I think, yeah, I do. I think Eugene's the best thing that ever happened to Mason.
I think so. I
Gonna
think
put
they
yeah.
work well for each other.
And Mason's been a little beat up lately too, right? He's had an injury on his right, I believe.
Oh,
I don't
really?
know. One of his arms, he's had an injury. Yeah. And
What arm is he? Because him and Ali are having a match right away. Which arm is that?
It's a good question.
assuming left. I'm assuming left, but
I would think. My prediction for that one is I think Mason's gonna take that.
well, Ali's beaten Mason too, right? So Ali and Mason actually go back and forth.
It's
So
for Ali. It's if he can get the go, he has a really good shot of winning the match. If
yeah,
you
I
look at
agree.
it just historically, when he gets the go, it's rare that he loses the match.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Just it's hard to get the go on Mason. That's definitely one of those things where Mason has definitely perfected. Practice made permanent perfection with Mason's go for sure. Like that was something he did very well. So I mean, if Ali can find the lane, sure, I
And
think he
Ali
can do it.
just got to find his confidence again too,
Yeah,
because Ali is a beast on the table. Like
Oh,
I,
can't believe how strong he is. He
oh,
almost,
he's so strong.
it's crazy.
No, that night I injured my elbow the first time. Yeah, I was that was
It's
the
a
only,
right-handed match.
that was the only that was the only night I could do anything with Ali because he was tired. Yeah, yeah,
that's a crazy thing about Eugene is he after provincials, he was straight back to pulling the same heavy weights. Like he wasn't tired, he wasn't beat up after.
mhm.
But I think like if you look at him on an international level, he is still pretty high up. Like Devin Laird has even acknowledged it. I've seen it in his some of his stuff.
Yeah.
And it's so I think just once you hit that level, it doesn't I don't know if it's just the pain stops and it just becomes you get tired, but I just haven't seen him get tired yet. I just haven't.
From everything I've seen, it looks like however they train works well.
It does.
Yeah.
It's just I have too much fun arm wrestling to train like that.
Yeah,
Me,
yeah,
me as well. I
Yeah.
love pulling. I like if I can't get pulling in with them, I go to the bar on Friday night and I like to find some big guys and I'm say, let's go. The bigger
yeah.
right?
I like to find a balance. I like a balance between the two because I do want my strength, and I've learned how to like my workouts a long time ago were gym lifts. That's all I was doing was gym lifts. And yeah, I got strong and everything, but it did nothing really from it didn't really do anything for my arm wrestling, I'll admit it. But now 90% of my lifts are so specific to arm wrestling.
Mhm.
I know they make a difference. Like I know they do. This is my thing is implementing it on the table more often so it translates properly. You know what I mean? I believe that there's a place for both. I think that you do have to be on the table quite often. You don't want to lose that comfortability on the table.
Yeah.
You know, even my flow, I can tell when I haven't pulled for a month because I feel awkward. You know what I mean? It doesn't feel smooth and natural. But when I'm pulling once a week, I'm much more fluid and much more comfortable on the table. So I think that you have to find a balance. I think what you have to learn is how to get what you want out of practice. Whether you should be, I don't believe in redlining at practice anymore. I used to, but Sean really drilled it in and it's made a big difference. Go 60, 70%. And you know what? If a guy pins you in practice, just, you know what? Attack it 70% again, but just try a different angle this time. Try something different. Set up a little different. You know, just see what you can do within those boundaries of 70%. And you know what? I think that that's going to take you a lot further than redlining all the time at practice.
Mhm.
I really believe it. And some people like Cody Sluggett, Mighty Mouse, you were kind of the exception. You went hard, redlined every practice since I've known you, and you've gotten so strong. So, but I think, you know, the injury risk,
Everybody responds different as
and
well, right? So if
everybody
you can
does too.
find out how your own body works, if you get
Yeah,
enough
exactly.
nutrition, enough sleep,
Hmm.
you might be able to do a lot more than
Yeah.
the average person, right?
Yeah, if you heal, you might be healing faster. Yeah, no, exactly. And
And
everybody is a little different.
age too, right? Like
Yeah,
Yeah.
age.
Oh,
a
yeah.
Yeah.
young guy, I think, should be pulling fairly hard with similar strength people earlier
Hmm.
Yeah.
to
Oh, yeah.
just get that experience and just to feel it out, just feel where you feel strong, feel where things work. Like, and you're gonna heal a lot faster. You just are. It's just the way it is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If you're under 35, you're still going to heal pretty quick.
Yeah.
yeah, I agree. Joe, yeah, Joe says it's right-handed, Ali and Mason.
Okay.
But Ali's strong on his right too. So
Yeah, they're both crazy. It's
they're both
I
crazy.
do give the edge to Mason, but I wouldn't be crazy surprised if Ali did upset. But
I think Ali's gonna win because Mason's not pulling the same way on his right now. I seen him at nationals and he elected to top roll off this go, and that tells me Mason's not fully recovered to go because his main move is a hard twist and a torquey. It's almost like a hook press, and it's so torquey and it takes so much commitment. And I've noticed that Mason right now is top rolling, and that tells me Mason's not 100% inside yet. So if Mason tries to top roll Ali every time, I believe Ali's hand will stop him and or might I don't know. I just kind of give it to Ali if that's still the case. If Mason hasn't healed and he's not going inside on the go, I think Ali wins. But that's my opinion. Yeah.
just running back actually to what you were saying earlier. You were talking about pulling like weights to translation. Because for an instance, I came to your guys' practice. My triceps are strong. I
Yeah.
can do lots on tricep, but I have a very, very hard time engaging my tricep in any sort of arm wrestling capacity.
In your press, it's main move in your press.
Yeah.
Well, it
I
depends on your style of press.
I rely a lot on like shoulder presser, just having that bone lock kind of pushing towards on my press, which
Mm.
I'd like to have that tricep engaged enough to actually use it to compensate for what I'm missing in my shoulder, if that makes sense.
Mhm.
Totally, because I do a similar thing where I use my frame more than I don't really use my tricep pushed like this much. If anything, I'll drag and twist like this, which is
Yeah.
you're locking your tricep, but you're not engaging the muscle movement. It's a static movement through the rotation. It's not a active, right?
I was just gonna say, ask Zach because I know you press that way, Zach.
Yeah. If you can get to the point where you can get high enough on their hand, then you can actually activate the tricep to push. If
Oh,
you're too low, there's there's something to be said about being low and getting it activated though, because if you can get really low, like really low on them, almost to the point where they're dab moving you, but you're in a
yeah,
flop, you
yeah,
can get the tricep fully activated, and then as you rotate, you're also pushing.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean,
I
it's
would
That's
super
how
easy
I
for you to
am.
get
That's
it in the
how I
flop.
press.
my
It's
flop
harder to engage it like this,
my
unless you're on top.
my regular press where I'm like this and my wrist is bent, my tricep doesn't really like to engage, but in a flop press, so the perfect
Flop press is
example,
why you want triceps, man. Yeah.
me versus Kalen in our first meeting in the Calgary East versus West. I've had to flop press him. His top roll was too much for me. So I was holding him here. And what I did is I just, instead of actually trying to press right away, my arms are short. They just are. And so I just slid my elbow back like this and just kept going like this with the tricep slowly
Mhm.
The tricep, yep,
as my arm is going back to the right of the pad so that it's further away from him. So if he's fighting anything, he's just fighting like this.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
And I found
And
that
doesn't burn you out the other musculature you've been using either. It's almost like a reserve tank of
yeah,
stamina.
Using bones almost at that point. You're
yeah,
like
that kind of,
like
and
flop.
it kind of works, but it's also dangerous. It would be easier if I could engage my tricep better.
No, yeah, it's easier to
You got to
finish.
be pronated for this to work. The minute you're supinated, you can't really do this. So you
Yeah.
have to be pronated with the flop like this, and yeah, it's a good move.
Yeah, and I studied like studied is a weird word for it, but I very closely watched Jerry Caderet. And if
Mhm.
you watch some of his matches where he's not in that full like weird um like supinated
Half chopped,
half
yeah, like chopped,
uh
yeah,
maybe it's his earlier stuff. He actually does pronate at the beginning of his press. Like he's
yeah,
throwing it down in, and I'd say Todd Hutchings not in a flop wrist, but his pulling style kind of is similar, just a different angle in it
totally.
way.
He's using a lot more up punch Todzilla, whereas instead of standing above it.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, I got injured. So the way I got injured, you're talking about the tricep in the press. It was in between. So like as I was transitioning, my normal press there, I got ripped in between. If I would have been able to, if I would have went a little further and I got my elbow to where I wanted it, I wouldn't have ripped my shit because I would have been all about my tricep pushing Byron down to the pad. But it was in that transition because I like to, I don't want to let up the pressure. I keep that constant pressure. So in that transition, all of a sudden there was like a blank where the muscle and the tendon were holding everything and it just ripped. So
Yeah.
yeah, it was in the middle of the transition that it happened.
Well, and
Yeah.
like I said, when I watched it, it was I think what happened was there was just you got into like an awkward press for like that millisecond, and that was enough to just kind of pull you where you didn't want to be,
Yeah.
hurt you. It didn't look like it was like it didn't look like you were gonna have that problem in the beginning.
Mhm.
You just slid that ever so bit, and then it
Mhm.
all of a sudden your arm just goes down, and you're like, "Holy crap! Nope, nope."
Yeah, and the whole thing was ugly. Like I whined and bitched about it on our pod because I was emotional at the time. But now looking back, I got because I was just emotion. Even my injury came out of negative emotion. I was pissed off, but because I lost a match to an early start and I was fuming and I was really mad. And then I didn't let it go. And then I was arguing with the ref that my wrist was back and he said go and started the match. That pissed me off too. So now I'm angry and I do pull. I'm really strong and I pull crazy when I'm angry, but I'm so damn strong that in that position, I just was in a bad position and ripped my shit. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So
You forget what you're doing when you get mad sometimes. Forget what you're supposed to be doing in that moment.
yeah,
Clarity, right? Like it comes after, right?
but I was angry. I was angry, right? Like I was really angry, and I just, yeah, I let my anger get me, and I got hurt. Like I mean, basically, I felt like I was the strongest fucking guy in that class. I was mad because the first guy beat me and I felt his best and he couldn't budge me. So when he started early, it's not his fault either. Good on Solomon. I really badmouthed him on the one podcast, but you know what? It was the ref. I mean, Solomon's got 26 years of pulling. If I can be that much stronger and he's still able to beat me, then that's pretty good. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's pretty good. So I can't really, I'm not mad at him, but I was mad. I was like, you know what? Like, the R came out, and by the time you were on go, I was already getting pinned. Like, I watched it back 50 times too. Like, I was like, I knew I was mad, but it's not on him though, right? Like, even maybe I should be starting early. And you know what? You get a warning. Like I'm not taking advantage. Like that's a professional level. When you're using your warnings and you're using even when I caught him, he hit me with everything and I had him. I'm like, oh, you got nothing. I went to pin him. He just went pop, lifted his elbow, professional foul. Like that, I'm not even smart enough to think of that while I'm arm wrestling. I just think fucking roar, smash, you know what I mean? Like, and I mean that takes a lot of skill to be conscious of what's going on, that you're about to get pinned and just lift your elbow. That's skill, man. That's
Hey
years of
man, we've all been there.
yeah. Yeah. So like, looking back on it now, I've learned a lot. If anything, I learned a lot from it now. Now the injury I could have done without with. You know what I mean? I didn't want that.
Yeah, that's a lesson you didn't need to learn so
Yeah.
brutally, but
That
Yeah.
but you're now the lesson is here, so you gotta take it, right? So
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Yeah. Jordan Weeb. Look at that guy. Loses like fucking 35 pounds, comes in looking like he's death, and he's still strong as fuck. But he got to weigh in 2 days early. That's a big bonus too, right?
yeah,
Weighing in early, I've never been able to do that. So that every single
On the
time,
Friday, and he didn't pull till the Sunday.
you could make it though. You were allowed. Yeah.
yeah,
No, you could, yeah, yeah, of course.
I never ever get that chance. Like every time I've been to a tournament, I'm always last second. Like that night, I'm like not eating. The day before, the day of, I'm not eating, and
Oh,
that,
dude, I did the same thing
and it's like frick. And then you get in, you weigh in, and you know your match isn't for like a 3 hours, so you eat this big old burger and whatever else is,
every time.
and then you feel like crap for the rest of the day, and it's like, oh well, this was great.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, every time, dude. That's how it is.
I was watching back all your matches, Zach. Pretty awesome, man. Pretty awesome. Good year.
I watched like a big highlight reel. I think you must have posted it recently, unless it was an old one that popped up. And I actually, now that you guys talked about it, I did watch your press kind of get in tight.
Oh,
And,
he's good at it. He's
and
so
I don't
good.
Yeah.
know, every time, like, because what do you weigh, Zach? You weigh like 160?
No.
I pulled 143 at nationals.
43 at nationals. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think we've met in person, so I don't have a real big.
He's a
I
small, big
was
guy.
there the day that you and
Kalen had them
Kalen
two.
had a match. I had a match too that day.
Yeah.
Oh, then I have met you.
Yeah, yeah.
My bad. My bad.
No, no, it's good.
Yeah.
I had a massive beard at that point too. No, did I? Maybe I didn't.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Might not have.
No, but I've watched your highlights, man, and every time I'm like I don't know when guys when big guys go into a press, it doesn't look as damaging. But when like a skinnier guy or like lighter guy goes into it, I'm always like that bone, that bone. But it's the same thing. It just looks different.
Just don't have the meat around it.
Yeah, you don't get like for me, I like when I watch my videos, I'm like, that doesn't even look like I'm doing anything because I got enough blubber on me that you can't tell what muscles are moving. So it just doesn't look like I'm trying because
I,
nothing's.
yeah, I exaggerated Jordan's weight loss. He said it was 17 pounds. He looked
But
like Gus, so it looked like he lost 35 pounds. Like, yeah.
it sounded cooler.
It sounded cooler. Yeah, yeah.
I'm
But
down.
still good job. You pulled awesome, Jordan, too. Fucking
He's
awesome.
national champ right there.
Yes, another national champ. Like, actually, we gotta get you on the pod too, actually. I want to do a week where every night we have national champs on from this year.
Oh wow.
I think that would be good. You know what I mean? I think we should. I talked to Cody King the other day. He said he'd be down, but he's a little busy right now. And then big announcement. Next week we could be having Dexter Tan on the podcast from East versus West. So yeah, look for that one. And it's not going to be about the drama, guys, because we don't, like it's enough
Could be
of that.
about positive things moving
Yeah.
forward.
Yeah, it's going to be about like East versus West moving forward and the
Yeah.
vision and how, are we going to have qualifiers again? Is there going to be opportunities for the guys, you know what I mean? Us underlings, you know what I mean? And it's going to be all about all that kind of shit. So,
At the last East versus West qualifiers, I was in that you weren't competing.
no, because I was running it. Yeah.
Yeah, and there was three people in the class I was in for the pros. It was me, Terry Taylor, and Byron.
Yeah.
And that day I felt like nobody in that room was beating me because I was like on my left because I was feeling so dang good.
Yeah.
And I lock up with Byron and
Byron's pretty strong left though.
I have an intensely small thumb. Like
Yeah.
me and a sixth grader
Oh,
probably
it's small.
closer. Well, I showed you. It's insanely small.
I've gripped up with you. I know.
But my thumb muscle is thick. But when me and Byron locked up, the ref didn't know what to do because you can't see my hand inside of Byron's.
Mhm.
And so I'm like this, I'm like straight up because I can keep saying, "Where's my thumb? Where's my thumb?" And Byron's
Yeah.
hand is covering.
And Byron likes to lock on and just grip really hard too,
Yeah,
and not let go.
but then he has to keep letting go. So initially, I had a small hit, and then boom, right to the pad, right to the stinking pad.
He's
And
strong. He's a strong guy. You have to figure out how
I
to
was
beat
so
him.
mad. I don't think anybody knows. I was like furious because I was like, man, I was this close to like getting somewhere with this. But
You got to go. You got to go with Byron. If you're not going high or you're not getting above his hand, he's really tough. He's really tough to beat.
but I had to take a win from that day. That was the first ever day I beat Terry Taylor. Terry for like
Nice.
the 2 years before that, like the first time we went, smash right to the pad. The second time, I held him, King's move, pressed right through it. And then at East versus West, I got my top roll ready and I just got to him. And I'm feeling pretty solid right now.
Or Terry, he's like the gatekeeper. He's
Yeah.
like he's like the pro gatekeeper, is what he is. Yeah. If you start beating Terry, you can go pro. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, after I beat him, Len took me aside and he's like, "I hope you know that like you're a pro now. There will be no more of this amateur shit."
Yeah, it's true.
I was like, "Okay."
No,
Yeah.
because Terry doesn't like he works a lot. He doesn't get to train like he doesn't get to train like a lot of us. I mean, I think he could if he wanted to, but he's pretty good for how much for how active he is, really. I
You
mean,
know,
he basically
I'm-
shows up just because he loves the community, right?
I actually talked to him last night for like an hour, and
Nice.
and he's been solid training. He said for 6 months.
Oh wow. That's see, and I felt a difference in him recently too, but I was tired that day, but he actually got me worried. He felt strong. Yeah.
Yeah, he said right now, I can't remember if he said his right arm he's beating. I think he's beating Dylan Houghton right now on his right, but his left, it's a little bit more back and forth.
Terry was feeling stronger last time I pulled him. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
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 And
Did I haven't talked to Dylan or seen him, but he was in like a bad accident, right?
yeah, he was. And he's doing a lot better. And I heard he's getting strong as fuck, actually.
Yeah.
I've been hearing that he's actually getting really strong now. And
I was
he's been
kind
going to
of
practice all the time. And
I
And
was
his jeans.
yeah,
you
it's in the
doing
genes. Yeah.
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 Oh man, I remember the first day I walked into an arm wrestling practice. It was my first ever one. I'm like 21, and I go into this random backyard, and this 6'7", 300 pound friggin' Dustin, not Dustin. Oh no,
Dalton?
Dalton walks out and he goes, "What's up?" And I'm like, "All right, well, hey, there goes my arm wrestling dreams if everybody looks like this."
I wanted to pull remember when I pulled Christian Dell? I wanted to pull Dalton. I had challenged Dalton. So my super match was supposed to be Dalton that time, but he was in New Brunswick and he couldn't do it. So
Good place to be.
yeah,
He
yeah.
do pull-ups. Like he's a heavy dude.
He's
And
strong, dude, man. And
I,
he's getting good now at arm wrestling. Like he's getting good. Yeah.
oh man, I know it's insane. Like in even like when we used to do pull-ups, he'd throw like 50, 60 pounds on chains and just do like reps
Yeah.
pull-ups. And I'm just like, what is this animal? Like, what is he made out of? Like,
Yeah.
that ain't human.
Yeah, he pulls different too than his brothers. Like his brothers really, really are explosive power.
Yeah.
He's more he seems more connected and like just strong. It's not about the hit. Like a lot of times you'll see him, he'll start slower than his brothers, but he's strong and he's got a press, he's got a hook, he's got a top roll.
He's long. He is
He's
very
different.
long.
He's a little different than his brothers.
Yeah.
So, and I heard he's giving Dustin a hard time now in practice.
Oh, I seen them trading blows on Ken. You guys know Ken?
Ken Frank, yeah,
Yeah, yeah. So I see.
nice guy, really nice.
You know what? So Kim's sister's boyfriend and Ken work together, actually. And like Ken, and what I've heard about Ken is that nobody works harder than him.
No, he was a Gold Gloves boxer, you know.
Yeah, he's a like apparently like a fantastic
He
like
went for the championship one, I don't know, back in '98 or something in
yeah,
Vegas or
like, he works incredibly hard at everything he does.
yep. And then now look how much effort he's putting into arm wrestling.
Oh,
Like
every single day he posts about it. And you
I
know
know.
what? He he puts everything like into it, like every bit of emotion that he feels, like just from what I know, like anything that he has going on,
A
it
passionate guy.
into his hand and it's going.
I got to pull him. I actually wouldn't mind getting to pull him again soon, so that way I can feel his
I've
pain.
never pulled him, but me and him have talked about it. I'm looking forward to
I
it.
think I was one of the first people he ever pulled. Yeah.
Really?
At the Christmas tournament. Remember where I beat Byron in a super match? Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
this Christmas that just passed.
Yeah, that just passed. Yeah. I finally beat Byron and that was nice. And then I had him first round actually. And he felt strong. He didn't know what he was doing, but I felt that he had strength. So
Well, he's a big guy.
yeah, big guy. Yeah. Long lever too.
Yeah, very long.
Long lever. Yeah.
And those native hands don't lie. They are just big.
Oh yeah. He's got big mitts. Yeah.
Yeah. I met this kid. I arm wrestled with him. His name was Virgil. It was when I was up in Nipawin. We were arm wrestling, and he was like 15, and he was 6'9" and like 300 pounds.
Wow.
Literally couldn't see my hand at all. Just big.
We got another big podcast tomorrow night. We got Mark Harrison, and I mean, geez, that's somebody. You know what? We'll talk about it tomorrow, but that's somebody I'd really like to see come back full time as an arm wrestler. You know, naturally gifted person, like really, really naturally gifted in arm wrestling. Like really, really. I mean, he could come off the table, not pull for years, and fucking whoop ass still. Like
Yep.
just a crazy puller. Pretty happy he's coming on, actually.
Do you think you could possibly get Brian Shaw on?
Maybe if I can get through to him. It's the problem is like guys like Brian Shaw and everything, unless I get a contact from somebody, because I try to message people, and I mean, they get like thousands. They don't even like Michael Monster Todd.
Yeah.
I messaged him lots of times, and I hear that he replies to people, but man, it was like 6 months. Finally, I got on his little chat, and I gave a $10 super chat and basically called him out on the super chat. That's how we got him on the pod after that. So it was actually, and he was great. He was a gentleman. He was actually a good guy. So
Well,
really
I
good.
think most of the community is just filled with like very humble and honest people. It's crazy. Like I go to hockey and stuff, basketball, and there's like not to be whatever, but there's a lot more arrogance in those sports, I find.
Oh yeah.
But arm wrestling is a place where you go to get humbled. Even if you're the biggest guy in the room, that don't mean you're gonna win.
Oh,
Unless Levon, but
I got humbled, man. That's what made me love the sport. When I went in that first time, that first practice, and I seen everybody in the club, like I'm kicking everyone's ass. And then all of a sudden I got pinned. Then I got pinned, and then I got pinned, and then I'm like, can I pin anybody here? And there was one Asian guy that was new at the time that was showing up then. And he's the only guy I could pin that day. Everyone else was running through me. I was like, I went home and I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, if they can be that strong, imagine how strong I can be. So I was like, it motivated me more than anything. It didn't, it's some people, it's like, it's either going to motivate you, you're going to be hooked for the rest of your life, or you're going to be like, oh, that hurts. You know what? Fuck that sport. Right.
yeah.
I mean, that's what I've found with people. So,
Oh man, my first like my arm wrestling, like I had to arm wrestle Sergey and Dalton to begin with, so I never got my chance to like feel like there was a couple guys like Ed Hussey and Gary, like I pinned them in the beginning, but like I have these two freaking champs in there that I'm like I thought when I walked in because I was a little bit heavier than Sergey, I was like I got that guy, and just right to the freaking pad, just right to
well,
the.
see, and it might seem lately like I'm beating up on Sergey. I'm not though. Sergey knows I love the guy. He's awesome, really
Bergen's
good guy.
great. He's
But
a
I just want him. I know that he should. The guys that I've seen him beat that have beat him, he can beat them, man. Like the guy's so strong. So I'd like to see him just, you know what, look at table time a little different.
Mhm,
Don't look at it as being dominant, ripping us all to the pad.
mhm.
Start with your wrist straight. Start maybe even with a disadvantage. Start, look at, like put yourself in negative. Like he didn't even put himself in a negative position once that day. And he pulled for 3 hours. He pulled for 3 hours at that. Zach, you were there, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Sergey was so strong. He pulled, but he never once allowed himself to go in a negative position.
No.
So like I think that's what he's got to work on. So, Sergey, if you're listening, start. You got pitting power. You can rip people to the pad. Start working from negative positions. Start
Mhm.
being more. You know what I mean? Just because anybody.
My oh sorry.
Oh, I was just gonna say anybody that was hitting them off center was pinning them and beating them that day. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, my guess would be the reason he's training like that is he's probably thinking to himself, I don't necessarily agree with this. I've heard this line of thinking quite often is that let's say I only have X amount of time to train. If I spend that time training the week, though that negative spot, I could have spent the time training the better spot that I never would have landed in that bad spot to begin with.
Mhm.
It could
I
be
don't.
his
Yeah.
train of thought is if I'm always training to be on the A side and going, I'm always
If
just going
you're
to be
only
strong
pulling once
there.
every 6 weeks, if you're only pulling once every 6 weeks, then yeah. But maybe that's why you should be pulling more often. How about
I
how
like I said, I always like to pull.
Yeah, but I mean, even if you want to do this theory where you only pull once every 6 weeks, cut it to twice every 6 weeks and do and one of them being not about pinning at all, just about movement and working from positions. Start in a negative, you know, have a practice where you're not just ripping people to the pad, right? And then on your main practice day, fucking rip away. You know what I mean? Or something. I just think I just know for a fact if Sergey adds that in, I'm telling you, that guy is going to be one of the best guys in Alberta, maybe Canada. So,
He
yeah.
Sometimes people look too deep at the sorry, Jackson. Some people look too deep at like the specifics or what science says and stuff.
Mhm.
Sometimes you just got to try different things and maybe what's counterintuitive might work a little better for you, you know?
I agree. Totally. Totally agree
100%.
with
Well said. I like it. Yeah.
you.
Because they say it takes 3 weeks for your tendons to heal. So if you have a hard practice one day, theoretically you should wait 3 weeks before you're healed to then do something, right?
Yeah.
If you're looking at specific, like if you're, and that's just one part, and there's other things, and say your bone gets a fracture you don't know about, it could take 5 weeks then maybe. So maybe
Yeah.
they're just trying to avoid having any injuries ever. That could be maybe what they're trying to do is have an injury free.
Yep. No, I
I'm
mean
just
that
trying to
is why they do
understand
it. I
why,
think that's
but
why they
yeah,
do it. I think that's why they do it. They want it all just focused into one competition day all the time, right? So, and I get it, but it's just, is it fun that way? Are you really enjoying
I
the
do it
movie?
because I love having fun. I
I
have so
do it
much
because I
fun arm
love,
wrestling.
yeah, I love arm wrestling. I don't do
I'd
it
say,
because for
yeah,
just winning.
8 times out of 10, I'm smiling on the table in a match.
Yeah, you are. You
You know,
are.
having a good
But
time. I'm not.
you're one of the only guys I've ever seen actually with a full fucking grin ear to ear, like locked in and having a war with somebody, and your grins from ear to ear. So you know what I mean?
Most
Like
fun you can have, man.
exactly. Oh, Carolyn. So it is funny. I know Dan's doing his podcast during ours now, and you know what? I'm not gonna beat him up. I talked to Dan again. He messaged me because I went after him this past weekend. And basically, he just said, listen, man, whatever happened, happened. Let's just move on. And I said, that's fine. But I said, you did change your podcast day from Mondays to our time. And it was really weird that you did it. He said, because of work, he had to change it to Tuesdays. So anyway, I'm just going to believe him. And I'm going to not talk so much shit about him. And I just wanted to give him a little piece of his own medicine because he kind of I don't know. He got me mad. So, but anyway, everything's good now. So I'm not even going to talk about that guy anymore. It's too bad they only have 3 viewers on their podcast right now. But I mean, he could easily work with us. And then if he just altered the time a bit, we could always say, guys, go check these guys out.
What are we at for viewers right now?
We're at 16. Yeah, it's not bad. It's pretty good. We got our regulars in here. We like.
I can't see the chat because I don't have a
Oh, you
actually.
have it on your phone?
Yeah, I'm doing it on my phone.
Hmm.
Yeah. So that's if anybody's talking to me and I'm not replying, I'm not a dick. I just can't
Yeah,
see.
yeah, yeah. No worries.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
So
no. So what were you gonna say?
I
Sorry.
just do have a question, for Zach, actually.
Yeah.
So if you could go out like for 1 week, right? And you could pull any arm wrestler in the world, who would that be for you? Like, and you could like train with them for that week.
Hmm. I have somebody in mind.
I do too, but I'm interested to see who he says.
I personally, I'd probably go with Neil Pickup.
That's a good choice.
That's a really good choice. He is a
I'd probably have to go with Neil.
very good teacher.
I
He's my.
think with my style and the way I pull, he'd be really knowledgeable to help me for sure.
I
Yeah,
agree. I agree.
yeah. I
I
was
get
thinking Daniel Priok. I can't
for
say.
Chuck.
Prokopchik, yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
he would be kind of interesting to learn from because his style is a winning style,
Oh, it
obviously.
is for sure.
Hey,
I
style
I
that
think
wins is the best one, right?
Yeah.
Neil would be my second choice. And Neil's perfect for people that don't have. I think Neil's good for anybody. He can train anybody. But I mean, Neil, you got to remember, like he actually was I think he was a world champion. He
Mhm.
definitely was. Yeah, he
Left-handed, yeah.
definitely was. Yep, world champion. I mean, very accomplished arm wrestler, and he had no outstanding attributes like his hands, kind of a baby hand. Yeah,
That's why it
he.
was supernatural strength.
Yeah, like but he was very versatile, and he was very good at. Okay, I know where I went wrong there. And he can make the smallest adjustment, come back and make you look like you're a baby, but you slammed him the first round. But because he
Yeah.
felt it, like that's where Neil is amazing. Now like I said, he's my second choice. Probably because I'm mad because he hasn't even looked at my messages. I've been trying to get pod for like a year,
Yeah, that's
but
fair.
Gishevsky or whatever his name is, Master. That's who I would like to train with. It's he's from Bulgaria. He's
Yeah.
probably yeah, he's definitely somebody that I dream about training with and
Yashevsky,
learning.
yeah.
Yeah, just because what he can do with his I see him beating he's like Crazy George, right? Like, but he's like he can beat guys that are like 300 pounds,
Mhm.
and easily and just tire them right out and they can't do shit to him, right? So
Yeah.
that I admire that. And his is he's not like a King's move where he's just using his bones either. his pronation is so damn strong, and his ability to just move in ways to just always have to take the advantage in a match. It's open hand top roll. It's like he does the Knights move, Zach. I swear he almost does the Knights move. Like I don't know if
Everything but the knee, I bet.
yeah, I don't think that I don't know, but maybe but it's like he's doing the Knights move though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the Knight's move is such a targeted
Yeah.
move. Like that has to be the most energy efficient move I can do is the Knight's move.
Yeah.
I can use almost no power.
Excuse my ignorance. I don't know what that is.
Well, Zach.
So it's so I kind of coined the name of it. People have used it for a long time, just no one had a name for it. So if you look at a knight when they're getting knighted, they go down on one knee. They bend, like they touch the ground. So this move requires you getting your knee to the ground because, like, you know how like dogs have the more contact points an animal has, the more they can pull and haul, right?
Yeah.
So your knee and your foot touching, and your other foot, you have 3 points of contact. You get up high, and it's a rising pronation.
Okay.
But you basically are not hanging on at all. It's a rolling, rising pronation, and the trick is of the move is to bait them to try to grip more around your arm. And every time you bait them and they go for the bait, you pull away further and then come in closer. And then you bait them and it's just baiting them to get in a worse position.
Very, very similar to Devin versus oh my goodness, Alex.
Yeah. Like when Devin was down, kind of like that. Very, very similar. Yeah.
Like that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I got you.
Yeah. But your knee comes down.
Yeah.
And the reason why your knee has to come down is because that's what makes it energy efficient. Once your knee's touching and stuff, you can feel the bottom part of you doing so much more work. Your upper chest is kind of just hanging on.
Yeah.
It's a weird feeling when you're in it because I can almost tap into it. Like I'm almost doing the Knights move. And when I do, it's like, yeah, it makes you, it's almost like makes you superhuman strong. Because
you feel like, oh, this is taking no effort all of a sudden.
Yeah, exactly. Because when I get into it, it's all of a sudden, boom, I'm like, I'm so hot. I'm just like, yeah, there's no way you're pinning my arm. Like,
it would take a lot of force and more
quick, it'd be an explosive redirection would have to be what you would use.
Yeah.
Usually I get pinned is during the baiting sequence. When I'm baiting them to grab deeper, is they'll end up grabbing me a little too deep and then I'll end up getting caught, right? In a real match though, I've used it only I did it at Nationals.
I seen you get caught. I seen you get caught, and then
I got caught low, and then
you fouled, or you slipped. No, but then you went to straps, and then it was like, there was two separate occasions actually. But you actually, that's where I was so impressed because the one match, boom, I seen you in trouble, and then you once you got to go, I seen you like kind of shake it off, and then you went back and poof, you know what I mean? I was like, yes.
Oh yeah. You'll feel the lane sometimes, but you'll feel them basically they're getting put down into the wrong place and then they'll rotate out or they'll cup and they'll do something at the last moment, but they can't hold that pressure, so they'll flare it, make a flare up as you move. So generally what I do is I just target kind of like an in between the two zones. So if they try to hold it or if they try to go all in, generally you get past it because it's right in the floating zone. You kind of aim in between, you know. A press is easy to do that because you can physically just target the angle and go right on it. Whereas a top roll, you know what I mean? It's just it is easier, I think, to target the lane forward because you can just, you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, it's good. I think you're going to see more and more of it because I haven't seen a perfect, you know what I mean? I've seen a couple, but I haven't seen lately. I haven't seen a perfect Kings move, or Knights move. But I think that's the way of the future, actually. Like, I don't know.
This move's a good one, man.
Yeah. And when I watched that Master guy do it, like he does his own version. It's not a true Knights move, but it isn't a Kings move either. So it's just a really good open hand top roll he's got.
Open hand top rolls are the way to go. The spectrum is very wide, right?
It's wide, yeah.
The good thing about the Knights move is the Knights move is one of the ones that still gives you an inside lane. Like when you're sitting in it and you're in a good position, you can apply all your pressure you're holding with while you stand up. You don't lose any pressure. So if you can hold them there, you can stand up.
You just got to do a pull up. You just
got to do a one arm pull up. If you start connecting, there's no if you were holding them before, it's more pressure. So it's a great bleeding move as well.
You can actually might even get the pulling yourself up might even pin the person.
So what you're saying is it's way more of a super match move than a tournament move.
Totally, and it's better outside of the strap, believe it or not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because
No,
if
it
you
is better
get
outside
them
the
to
strap.
hang
It's
on,
harder to get in the strap.
they're fucked. If you can get them in right off the bat into a bad position and then transfer to the Knight's move, it's so hard for them to slip.
If you're in the
It's
strap,
very hand based, not wrist. You're not going with your wrist. You're going with your fingers and hand.
I
And
agree.
Right.
Yeah. If you're in the strap though, and you can drop and punch straight up and get that, then it's deadly because then now you got the whole bind of the strap. There's no way they're getting their hand back.
it's basically the ultimate leverage move. You're trying to put the
Yeah.
opponent at the ultimate disadvantage is
Yes.
what it's going for. You're trying to get them like this because you're bent while your arm's in a decline to where they have to bend it this way, not over. So it's putting them in every possible bad scenario. Unless they have a killer wrist. A killer
Yeah.
wrist can stop
Yeah.
the Knight's move because
You
you have to
can't-
crack it.
You'll probably get pinned trying to perform it.
Yeah.
If
So it's not a perfect move, but I
But
like
if you
it.
can get to it, it's a good one.
It's a great one, yeah. It's a great one.
Yeah.
Especially if you already have like an open hand top roll, kind of
Mhm.
learning how to keep it up more high because you can set up for a top roll and bang into it. You can set up for an inside move and then bang into it last second. Like it's easy to get to, easy to come back to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know who I'd like to train with?
Hmm.
But this is the guy that got me into arm wrestling, Ian Carnegie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the grippler.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he just because I definitely have a more similar body style to him as well. So I always find that if you train with people similar to yourself, you'll become better because you're training with somebody who understands what your body needs to do. So
Very true.
yeah, if I could train with the grippler, I think I would improve a lot.
There's what I've noticed with just bigger guys is sometimes like the grippler, like Ian, is you'll be it's crazy because I can't do this. You'll get so fundamentally strong that you can almost throw your weight into the hit and then lock after the weight started moving and then hit.
Yeah.
Like I have to lock and then hit with my body.
Yeah.
But Ian can get to the point where even on the go, he almost sits there and lets himself open up to gain the momentum, and then he locks and drives, and it's insane when he gets it. Just boom, like unstoppable.
Those are my
Yeah.
favorite pins. Those are my favorite pins
That's
to
so
watch.
good,
You watch
man.
the
That's so
tournament,
good.
And then the guy's in the losing, and he goes, "Ah," and then just
Yeah, he just
guns
woo.
it.
I wonder how that would be. What is it? Obzen 33. He said that he's got practice footage of Ian and Nick Stone. Nick Stone's a powerhouse too.
Oh,
But I bet you any money, like I know Ian about a year ago was looking pretty strong. I got video footage of Ian ripping Todd Hutchings to the pad a year ago. Yeah.
I
I was
believe
world champion a year ago.
Ian, like he's an insane.
Yeah, but he said it right now. He says he hasn't done any arm wrestling for like a year, so he says right now he's not very good.
Takes you about 3 months to get back even into a good shape, right?
Yeah,
Who said that?
Ian. He was on the pod a few days, like 5 days ago or something.
I missed it. Son of a biscuit.
He's on. He's on every couple of weeks.
Oh, really? I've
a good
never
friend of
seen.
ours.
I've seen. I usually only catch the ones that you guys are running, like just you two or you and Dick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, we got
Dakota's in the chat,
chat
right there.
Yeah, nice.
So what's up,
I gotta
Dakota?
head out, guys. Sorry
Yeah,
to
yeah.
about. I mean,
Oh, yeah,
you guys can always review Mac right now, or I mean, we can
Yeah, we'll do something. We'll
but
talk a little longer.
I gotta go and get some food in me. I'm
Are
starving.
you working tomorrow night, or you think you'll be around?
I should be around tomorrow night. Yeah,
That's
tomorrow
good.
night will be good. Yeah.
Well,
Sweet.
thanks for having me, Zach. And
Oh yeah, no worries. I
No,
told
thanks
you
for coming
we'll
on,
get you
Jackson.
on as soon as we can. Yeah, yeah.
We got to get you a match in freaking Montana.
Well, yeah, I'd like that. I got asked already, and then at that time I couldn't, but now I'm regretting so hard because I love the setups that they have.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. All right, guys. I'll see you on the next one.
Okay, brother. You have a good night, bro.
Thanks to everyone for watching. Peace out in the chat. No, if I can. Apparently, I don't know how to leave. All right, peace out.
You're
See you,
lost.
brother. Yeah, yeah.
Just me and the big man now.
Yeah, he said he met Ian at Knuckles Up last year. You know what? I hope so. Knuckles Up, they're working on some stuff, and they have a qualifier here in Manitoba, I believe. The thing is, and I'm going to say it again, I don't know. I want to get an update on it, but unless they pay the athletes in the last Knuckles Up, I won't be supporting the up and coming Knuckles Up. But if I hear they do good and everyone's square and there's no hard feelings anymore, it'd be nice. I might even go. Well, I won't. Well, maybe I'll be healed in time. But yeah,
Knuckles Up is Like I like the organization. I don't
I
know
thought
about
it was awesome. I
that.
thought it was
I
awesome.
don't know
So
anybody about that side stuff, but
yeah.
I've seen some of their stuff, and I really enjoyed watching it.
Oh, Dakota's coming on. Sorry, Dakota. I'll hook you up, brother.
Sweet.
He's got 15 minutes, he said. But
Good.
15 minutes is better than nothing.
I got a lot of smack to talk to that guy.
Oh, do you?
No, I like Dakota. He's great.
Oh, I like him too. Oh, never mind. Fuck. Okay, I'm coming, Dakota. Sorry.
Yeah.
Wasn't ready for this shit. Get you in here. Boom. There. Dakota. Link is sent. Yeah. Yeah. No, Knuckles Up was awesome. And they were for the athletes and they seemed really good. But I just want to hear that they paid everybody because then I can feel confident talking good about them. Hey, brother.
Hey, what's up? Can you hear me?
Yeah, man. Yeah. How's it going, bro?
Hey,
Good. Hey, Jackson, how you doing?
not too bad. Yourself?
Good, man. Just 1 second. I'm changing my name.
Oh,
Yeah,
no
from
worries. Yeah, it's time for a new name.
from
Yeah,
League Arm Wrestling.
yeah.
I'm still a weak arm wrestler.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I still think you need those shirts made, man. And you need to make them bigger.
Dude, I know. You're the guy, man. I'm waiting on you. I'm waiting on you.
I gotta get on it. I have all the equipment to make shirts, and it's just I'm running 3 businesses now, and I got no time.
No, it's okay. I get it. You're that guy right now. So, but yeah, when you want to, let me know. I'll throw Pit Vipers on for you anytime. I remember that message you sent me.
Ready?
Don't worry.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
No.
So, yeah. So what have we been chatting about?
We talked about the Knights move. If we could ever train with one person, who would it be? You got a name, Dakota?
If I could train with one person?
Yeah, one person. Well, you had a week to train with one person, and you could pick the person.
Is it like? Sorry, I'm gonna ask too many
Somebody that's
dumb
going to be
questions.
improved, like somebody that's that could train you and make you way better at
Maybe like Ray or Giannis.
Yeah, that makes
Like
sense.
I would say Matt, but I train with him quite a bit.
Yeah, we have Matt. Yeah,
So maybe like one of them Latvian guys.
yeah,
They seem to be knowledgeable.
very knowledgeable.
Is there a language barrier or no?
No language
No
barrier.
language barrier.
Oh yeah, all right, maybe
You got
go-
Google Translate on standby.
I pick Kasevsky or whatever his name is, the master.
I picked Ian Carnegie.
You picked Ian?
I
That's
did.
cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
Ian's head's gonna swell from that one.
Oh,
Hopefully he's not
yeah.
watching, eh?
Yeah, you might be.
He's the guy who got me into it, man.
No, that's fair. That's fair. That's hype.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how long I'm gonna be in here, guys. I'm just kind of chatting until Kathy shows up to practice. Red Deer Club's invading Edmonton tonight, so
Yeah, I know.
we got Jeremy, Larissa, Gavin, Sean.
Sean wanted
myself.
me to come. Yeah.
Well, it's a ways for you though, Brian.
Well, he wanted me to spend the night or whatever, stay down tonight and fucking
Yeah.
but I couldn't do it, man. I had a lot going on. My daughter's getting induced next week, so
Oh,
yeah,
Grandpa Brian.
yeah, I'm gonna be.
I don't know what that means.
That means they're gonna force her to have birth, pretty much.
Yeah, because the baby's
Oh, right.
big.
Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry.
They said the baby's
you're
big.
good.
Yeah, that's who I was talking about. I just can't say his name. Steph, was it Steph Tan?
Let me look. I'll check the YouTube comments.
Yeah.
Call
him Master, because remember Saban or
Svefton?
No, yeah. You remember? Yeah, I remember. What's his name? Saban or whatever his name.
Who's Obi Zen? He liked my answer. Thanks, Obi Zen.
Yeah.
Make sure you follow me on Instagram.
Yeah, we just started seeing him in the chat recently. Yeah.
Yeah, we got a few new guys, so that's fun.
Yeah, we do, and it's nice too. I like it. I like the fact that people are active in the chat too.
We got a good chat community, man.
Tan. Yeah, that's what I was calling him.
I've got it figured out now. I can see the chat.
Oh, good.
Beauty.
Yeah,
I don't really look at the chat too much, to be honest. Just
and
in and out of here when I can.
We were just talking about King of the Table, and I was just telling him, I said it'd be really nice to be able to like go all out and support them again, because I just want to make sure they paid everybody.
You mean Knuckles Up, right?
Oh yeah, Knuckles Up. I'm sorry, not King of the Table. Yeah, sorry guys, but
yeah, you're good. I knew what you meant.
Yeah, Knuckles Up. I meant, but because I don't, I just can't really support those guys. Yeah, I know I did get it confused, guys. So King of the Table I'm good with. Knuckles Up is the organization that I'm, Yeah, I got the two confused. But yeah, we're on the 98. Oh, you're on the 98 committee now? Cool. Well, we'll be talking to you on there because
Hey,
so are we.
who is Sir Oasis of Liver?
That's Kalen.
That's Kalen.
That's Kalen. Okay, that makes more
Yeah,
sense.
yeah.
Okay.
Sir Isis.
Kevin Ruberry. Hey, Kevin.
We got a lot of people in here tonight.
Yeah, no, I know because it's Tuesday. They know we're on, right?
Numbers dropped substantially when I joined, but you know what? It wasn't as bad as the one day.
No, they didn't drop me. They stayed the same today. So, and that's what Carolyn said. Carolyn came on. She goes, "Don't worry." She goes, Dan Swartz isn't affecting your podcast. He's got 3 people on right now." So I was like, "Oh,
You know what though, Brian? You were beefing with Dan pretty good in the
oh, it
Mac
was."
thing.
Yeah, we just talked, eh?
Did you?
So I'm done though. This is it. I'm not making up with the guy again. So we made up. That's fine. So I talked to him, and we're making up. But going forward, if anything goes down again, I'm done. All gloves are off. But
Okay.
yeah, apparently we're making up. Yeah, but I did throw it at him. Did you see it in the chat? We can talk about it.
I just saw a little bit. I was just giggling more than anything.
Well, I couldn't help it, right? Because he was just setting it up. He would say something, and I'd be like, "Yeah, well, you know what I mean," and I would just blah, you know what I mean. And then he says, "Why are you doing this?" I'm like, "Oh, it's different when the shoe's on the other foot. Like, you can talk shit smack about me in the chat, but then if I do it to you, you don't like it, right?" So,
Yeah.
but it was good in a way. And then he messaged me, right, and we talked, and that's fine. He said the reason that they switched their podcast from Monday nights to Tuesday nights is because of his work. And I just said, well, that's fine. But I said, you did know that we ran Tuesday nights every night, every Tuesday for almost 2 years now. So I said, you could at least talk to us and then maybe set it up so you run right after us. And then we can even be nice and say, hey, guys, check out, Dan the Nightmare Swartz on whatever they're called again, collab and whatever. And
Collaborate and pull together.
yeah. See, and I could, and that would have been more like that's what I would have done. I would have been like Dakota. Let's say you were Dan. I'd be like, yo, Dakota, I know you do your podcast Tuesdays, but my job and that, listen, I'm gonna come on, try to time it for after your pod. Maybe we can work together. You can send some people my way, and then it would be like, yeah, man, no problem. Do the same. You know what I mean? But
Yeah, for sure.
yeah, just switching it. I mean, how was I not supposed to think it was shady?
I know what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway.
So Jackson, who's next for you?
Well, I really am digging in. I really want to get into that top 18 spot for 243 plus. And your dad holds that spot, man. And I want to call him out and take that spot from him if I can.
You should call him out. That'd be really fun. You should come up to Red Deer one time, plan a day, and when he's home, and we'll come down and we'll have a super match.
Yeah, because I can ref. Yeah.
If you beat him, you got to pull me though, right? That's what happened to Brad.
If I beat your dad, you're next.
It'd be official. Me and Jeremy are both there because then you'd have 2 certified refs.
Yeah, that's what I want because I really want to make that list. It's the dream. It's been my dream.
Do you think you're ready for that hit though? He's got quite a good hit.
You know what? My expectations on that are wary. I've watched him pull. I really want to find some old matches of his just so I can get ready, but they're hard to find. But
they are hard to find.
I know. I looked too once.
I think my plan is if it does happen and if he's gracious enough to take it, steady pressure, just not letting my guard
Good
down.
luck with that. I know, but that's where
it's
I'm not going to tell you how to beat him, but
you just got to stop the hit.
Yeah.
It's just that easy, but it's not that easy, right?
It sounds easy until you're gripped up with the gorilla, but it's
he's hard to grip up with. That's the thing, because you'll find out anyway.
Yeah. From what I know is that he kind of starts with like a dead arm, like you're not prepared because he doesn't feel like he's about to like slam you to the ground in 0.05 of a second. But apparently, as soon as that ref says go, you're to the pad. Like I'd say he's probably got one of the quickest ready go to pad times in arm wrestling for that.
For a big guy, it's crazy, hey?
For his size, he's so fast.
If I had that hit, man, I'll get there.
I don't think I can. I'm not explosive like that. I don't think I
But
can.
from what I know, so Terry and him have pulled left a bit, and
You want to pull my dad left?
I want to pull your dad left.
Oh, okay. You gotta ask him about left. That's the thing, because his left is like depends on the day, because he broke it a long time ago,
Oh,
and it's
really?
on and off. So I'm sure he'll still pull you, but yeah, sometimes his left's all right. Sometimes it really is sore for him. So
Yeah, because my right isn't ready for any sort of top of anything, but I feel like my left is getting to that point.
okay.
If I can't pull your dad, I'd definitely do a rematch with Kalen. I'm 265 right now, and so I'm dropping. So, but I'd like to get that win back if I can.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
It'd be an interesting match, either one, but I definitely want a gun for that top spot if he's healthy and able.
Yeah, I'll talk to him. I just got off the phone with him 5 minutes ago. So,
Yeah.
oh, Ryan is in the chat.
Yeah.
Ryan,
Are you
TikTok,
pulling that guy now?
TikTok,
Yeah,
TikTok.
Is that the 30th?
That's the 30th.
Okay. Yeah, you gotta go pull Ryan.
I do, yeah.
Yeah.
But Brian, you've felt my left kind of recently as well,
Your
and
left felt really good.
I'd say I've improved even since that day.
I think you're more of a lefty than a righty. Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. My power lies in my right elbow, but my hand and wrist and like my arm ability lies in my right.
Yeah, I think so. I think so too.
Brian, I got to pull you left again soon, too.
Yeah. I'd like that. You were feeling strong too last time, brother.
My left feels good, yeah.
That was good because your left never felt that torquey before. So
Yeah, it's coming.
but yeah. But then again, I don't know if we gripped up a lot left in the past either. So
No, it's coordinated right now. Like, I'm going to rip my arms apart here again in like 2 minutes, and then.
pumpkin training my left right now, bro.
Yeah, I know you are.
Yeah, man. It's got a toothache and it hurts so bad.
Oh, man, I bet.
Yeah, because I'm trained that just like what Dale and Brad are doing on their right, I have to do on my left. So and it's not conditioned, right?
The thing is Dale and Brad are funny to me because they train so hard and they're always so confident. I know Brad's going to be calling me out here in like 2 weeks again.
Is he? I think he wants that back. Yeah, I think it's bugging him. That's
I
good.
don't know, though. I got him at Super Match, then I got him at Nationals.
Yeah, I know.
He's got to be my dad again.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, you know what? You got his number. And that's the nice thing, right? It's good because actually it's motivating. So now Brad can think about that loss to you and let it motivate him and burn and linger and it'll make him a better puller too, right? So
Yeah.
just like
Oh,
you,
Ryan said he's going to be ready. Good, Ryan. I want to have a match of the night with you, man.
I've watched some of
Dakota. I'm putting
I watched an event.
my $50 down right now.
I seen the event that Ryan was in recently, and he looked pretty good, man.
Yeah, he did look pretty good.
Yeah, he looked.
I'm
pretty
worried.
Good. Yeah. No, I don't. I'm not worried for you, Dakota. I'm not.
Look at
I
these
think
kids.
your style's gonna be really hard for Ryan.
They're a bunch of rugby kids out here.
Yeah.
Go tear him up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I will.
Yeah.
Your left's destroyed, Allie? Yeah, my right's destroyed, buddy. I got a torn UCL and I ripped the flexor muscle in half.
Yeah.
Now when I flex, I have like a big, huge new crease in my arm. It's like a hole in my forearm, in the bottom of my forearm. I got a Devon crease, like like on his bicep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Well, Brian, I'm sorry I only came for 15
Oh, it's
minutes, but
okay.
I'm going to go arm wrestle. Jackson,
buddy.
it was nice chatting with you. Keep
Say
training
hi
hard.
Say hi to everybody for me.
Yeah, I'll tell everybody you said hi and
Yeah,
go
please
from there.
do.
To everyone who tunes in on Tuesdays, thank you. Tell a friend, subscribe. We're almost to 500. We're so
Yes,
close.
it's getting so close, brother. I know.
Yes.
Yeah, check
All
him out on
right.
Instagram too. He's blowing up on there lately.
My YouTube did really well too, actually. It was
Yes,
weird.
it did. It was a good video though.
Yeah,
Yeah, thanks. I'm going to keep pumping them out.
Very
Yeah.
good. I watched it through.
Thanks,
Yeah,
guys.
I like
All
it.
right. Well, you guys take care. Have a good night, and I will see you
brother.
guys soon. I'll be posting
Yep.
another super match
Are
soon
you gonna
because
try
there's
to
another
make
one
it?
going
Are
tonight.
you gonna try to make Mark Harrison tomorrow?
It's tomorrow?
Yeah.
Yeah, I should be able to. Wednesday.
good.
I don't think I'm doing nothing.
That'd be great because it's gonna be a good one, bro.
Yeah, he's good at talking, so.
Yeah, not only that, I want to try to get him back into art, like get him wanting to pull more again.
Just 1 second, Max. Oh, Mike said he forgot to watch the pod.
Oh, Mike. Hey, what are you doing? You're in Edmonton too?
Yeah, we got the whole gang here, man.
Fuck, I should have went maybe.
Is that Mike Shafe?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Chris said you suck, Brian. I don't know
Fuck
why
you,
he would
Chris.
say such a thing, but
I like Chris. Chris, drink water. Yeah,
yeah, I'm just kidding. This guy's got a super match tonight. You're pulling what's his name?
Was that Daryl?
Seabrook.
Daryl?
Darren.
Darren, that's his
Pulling
name.
Michael Seabrook. I will post the
Seabrook.
video.
Seabrook's in the chat. You're getting ready to pull Michael. Nice.
Yeah, Seabrook. Yeah, they got a super match tonight, so I'll be videoing that.
Yeah, videotape it. Yeah, yeah.
I'll send it to you too, Brian. You can post on through the fingers if you want as well, and I'll put it on Instagram.
Yeah, that'd be great. Thanks.
All right.
Okay.
Sounds good, guys. Take care. Have a good one.
See you, brother. Have a good practice.
Back to me and the big man.
Yeah, Dakota. Yeah. No, actually, I was supposed to go tonight too, but I'm still a little bitter. I'm not taking it good. My right being so destroyed right now. So
don't rush into anything.
No, and I don't want to get injured, right? Like worse.
Well, yeah, or injure the other arm while the other one is no good.
That would devastate me if I
I don't think you'd survive that one, Brian. You'd just be so mad you wouldn't know what to do.
I'd be depressed. Yeah, I'd be done. Yeah.
So what would you give me on a chance with Roger? Like if you had to put it into a
perspective. Is it going to be a right-handed match?
No, I left hand for sure.
Left hand? I actually think you win.
You give me the edge.
I do give you the edge. Yeah, I do. I felt your strength, and I think you win.
Yeah.
I think you can
Terry Taylor said that I would have the edge on left for sure with him.
I think so. On the left. I think on the right, I don't know if you can. He's even faster on the right. So
my right ain't ready.
Yeah, I don't know.
Just watch that right here, right now. It's not there yet.
Yeah. And then what I want you to keep doing too, keep pulling in the straps.
Yeah.
Because the last time we practiced, you were so damn strong out of straps. Like, which is awesome. But I noticed a difference between no straps and straps.
Yeah, it is a bad, like that was one of my downfalls with Kalen, getting into the straps with him and getting into this position here and trying to hold on and then pull through. Instead, if I would, like in a normal match, like I did notice that I was able to pull up a lot better outside.
Okay, so this is what I always say to people, because I used to be that guy out of straps. I was beating everybody at practice, but second I went to straps, they'd always get me, right? Because the problem is unless you pull in the straps a lot and you know the concept, you try to pull the same way in the straps you do out of the straps,
and it's not the same.
It's not the same. It's 100% different. When you get into the straps, you want your hand to be strong still, everything else, but like just applying crazy back pressure, even if your hand's not that good, you'll get the other person's hand.
Yeah.
Like in a strap, another thing is too, like when I'm top rolling at a strap, I'm going up and I'm using my hand, my pronation, my roll, and I'm pinning someone, right?
Yep.
In the strap, I'm binding that strap as hard as I can, and I'm making it all about the strap. And then when I'm actually going to pin you, I'm dragging on that strap and I'm ripping you to the pad.
Yeah. That's the piece that I'm missing.
You gotta find that connection. In the strap. You should be pulling back until you can almost feel the strap on the other person's hand.
I've been very specifically training like with a full wrap on my hand and doing that kind of backwards motion. So where instead of it coming like up on the hand, it's coming around. So I'm pulling like this.
That's what you want to pull from the bottom.
Yeah. So I've been training that very hard, and actually, I've noticed a difference in my ability to hold that weight with that. Like so I've been doing full range of motion now, like starting here up all the way around and then letting it wrap around that back wrist and trying
That's what you want.
Yeah, and I've found like my arm wrestling feels more fluid, my weights are moving a lot easier and better. Keelan has a good point. He thinks because I do, and I do this because I feel that my wrists are weak. I put my straps very, very high. Like you probably
Oh, don't
remember
do
being
that
my
though.
ref.
That's bad. That
Yeah,
buckles your wrist. Yeah.
yeah, and you probably remember being my ref and me being like, put it as high as you frickin'
Yeah, I
can.
know. I remember you said that. I was like, really? I'm like, I've never heard anybody say hi.
Mhm.
And like, I've never found the actual like gain from going high. Like, I
It's
say, you know what? I think too low is bad too. So a lot of guys go as low as you can go. Well, that's fine too. But I actually find, see this bone right here?
yeah,
I like it below my wrist and I want it right around this bone
yeah,
because going low, you actually lose some lever then. So if you go too low with the strap, you can actually lose leverage. So you don't want to go too low, but you want to go just where it gets past that wrist and right on that bone, you want it here. If
yeah.
you get it right here, now you still got height, right? I think I lost you. You still got height, but at the same time, you I don't know. Where'd you go? We lost my co-host. I like looking at somebody when I'm talking. I think his phone died or something. So it could be his phone died. And I'll give him a minute. If he doesn't come back, I'll probably end it. But so tomorrow night, guys, we're gonna have Mark Harrison. He's an Alberta legend. Like he's a legend of the sport. He goes back. He's so young still. I didn't even know how long he's been pulling. Really, really good. Like really good arm wrestler. Like I was watching old matches between him and Fraser Benoit, and man, he was ripping Fraser like he was nothing. Like it was. Really good arm wrestler anyway. So I'm hoping he does the most of our announcing now. People hire him to do announcing because he's really good at it. What else
Sorry
we
about that.
Oh,
My
there you
my
go.
phone my phone is at 4% and it thinks it died.
Yeah, I seen that. So did you plug it in?
It was plugged in the whole time. That's the thing.
Oh,
That's
it's still eating
freaking
it.
Apple, man.
Oh yeah. It's Apple because their batteries suck, man. That's the whole why I switched from Apple to
I'm
Android.
thinking about it
'Cause
because this is the second new, like not new to me phone that I've bought, and
yeah,
they put in what happens is they put in
refurbished
aftermarket
parts.
batteries and they're garbage.
They put in, listen, most of Apple products are refurbished parts, even their newer
Yeah.
phones.
Yep.
Yeah, it's really weird,
Garbage.
man. And their battery life sucks. Like, honestly, I didn't mind Apple, but when I switched to I went to Samsung
Yeah.
and the battery life was night and day. Like, I charge my phone at night
Yeah.
and I have my phone all day. I'm on it, everything. When I go to bed at night and plug it in again, it's at 60% still. You know
Right.
what I mean?
Yeah.
So my Apple, if I talked for an hour on the phone, it would be dead and I would have to plug it in. Like, it was just crazy, right?
Just annoying.
Yeah, no, I was just telling the chat we got Mark Harrison on tomorrow night. I'm really, really excited over it.
Yeah, I'll be there for that.
Yeah. And then we'll have next week. I talked to Dexter today, and Dexter said he's gonna fit us in next week. So that would be nice.
That'll be good.
Well, yeah, and I'm not, and we won't blast him because there's a lot of drama right now. I don't want to
Yeah.
blast him over the drama.
No,
I want to focus
it's
on the
it's not. That's
positives.
not what your podcast was for.
It's not about that. No,
Yeah.
we don't cover drama very well. It's usually personal drama when I'm just ticked off, but we don't actually like covering the drama.
No.
I like to
It's
stay
just
the
it just causes more. It's just
yeah, it's poisonous, right? Too.
yeah.
That's the thing too, like our sport's so small. One little drama fucks everything up.
Oh yeah, this whole East versus West thing. I was worried that we were going to lose
Everything.
all the ground that we had gained over the last like 5 years. I
But
thought
if
it was
we do, you know what though? If we do, it's our own faults because we're doing it. So like
yeah,
we want to buy into all this propaganda bullshit, then we're the ones who are going to allow it to get
yeah,
destroyed.
yeah,
What we need to do and what Robert and Dexter need to do, they need to just say, you know what? We bought the company. We're running the company. We're going to do that. If you want to be part of it, this is where it's at. And the negative shit, they need to just block that out.
yeah.
Because you know what? I'll tell you one thing. And I mean, I understand people's loyalty to Ingen and everything, even though he's being toxic and poisonous. And if he really cared about the sport, he wouldn't do this because
No,
he's bigger than that.
I'm right at this moment not to talk. Like I've talked to
Yeah.
Engen a few times. He's a pretty nice guy,
Oh yeah.
but I do not like the way that he has handled this. and
No.
it makes me think like less of the events because I'm like, man, like
That's what he's trying to do.
how much of all this crap that did happen, how much of that was you? And like even just compared to like 5 years ago when this all started, like was Engen like, and I like to say when people say, "Oh, well, he's the king. This is the only reason that we have any ground game." I'm like, no. Like, if
No.
you're honestly looking at it,
Yeah.
whether you like him or not, whether you think he's a douche, Devin Lara is the reason that we are where we are.
Oh
It
yes.
just it just
Love him
is.
or hate
So
him, he is. Yeah.
if Devin leaves the East versus West won't exist anymore. It will not sell tickets.
Yeah, I know. Well, it won't, not to the level. But you know,
No.
another thing is too, this is what I say too. So the Europeans that are standing by England,
Yeah.
they'll come around. You know what? Just don't buy into the drama and the propaganda. Ignore it. Keep running shit. And guess what? Where else are they going to have fame? Where else are they going to get a payday?
Yep.
No organization that pays what East versus West pays. There's no organization that will give you the spotlight and give you the fame that you're going to get from East versus West.
Yeah.
Like what? So what are you going to do? You're going to ban East versus West and become a nobody because no one knew you
Yep.
before. How many of these pullers did we know before East versus West?
Three. I knew Ian Carnigan, Devin Lara, and Jerry Cataret, and maybe
Okay,
Monster Michael.
and
And
there was
that
a
was
yeah, and I knew a lot more, but at the same time, I still didn't know David Samusha. I didn't know who he was. I seen a couple of his matches, but it didn't linger. It's not like I said, "Oh, that Samusha guy." All these like Georgie Desaranov or whatever his name is.
yeah,
I like him. I like his personality. I think he's awesome.
yeah.
I didn't really know who he was. I mean, I didn't even know well, actually I did know because he was so persistent on social media, Jablonski. But I
Mhm.
don't even like Camille. I never did like him. Like,
You know what? Camille is such an oddball to me because I've talked to him as well. Like me and him actually have chatted quite a bit,
yeah, yeah. I don't
and
like
he
I
he
don't
just comes off like he's a nice
arrogant.
guy, like
He's
one on
arrogant.
one. But the
Yeah.
second you watch him chat with people or his posts, I'm like, dude, you're giving yourself a detrimental. Like if he's doing it to gain attention
It's
and get
bad.
followers,
Yeah.
it's working for now. But eventually, that'll just turn into like who cares about this guy?
Well, the thing is he's very rude, ignorant. And another thing is his style is so. Listen, I'm not hating on the flop press. Listen, Jerry does it, but Jerry can also hook like a madman. Anybody that
Yep.
hooked Jerry, anybody will tell you Jerry's hook's better than his flop. The problem is everyone tries to top roll him, so he goes into the flop. Like Gennady, you watch that second round. Gennady tried to hook him, and Jerry just ripped into the pad like he was nothing. It was like
Yep.
bam, it was done. So then Gennady had to go back to the top roll. So that's why Jerry had to flop press again. So
The hook is a just to cut you off real quick. The hook is a dying style.
oh yeah, no. But some of the best matches are in the hook.
Oh yeah,
I love them.
some of the best.
Definitely, definitely. Even at nationals, some of the wars that happen at nationals, they're just deep inside, hook back and forth. Like when you're top rolling, actually, I've had some long ass top rolled matches too. So
It,
we're just like in the center battling, you know what I
it
mean? But
depends if they are top rollers as well. It really
yeah,
does.
yeah, no, it's true.
Depends it like because if I find like if I'm watching a match on the TV or on my phone or even in person, a lot of the time if a guy has the right setup for a top roll, he's beating that hook. Like
Mhm.
because you can get to a top roll quicker than a hook, I think. Because
Well,
you're shooting your arm up before the twist and in a supinating your
I
turn.
used to think that. I used to think that until I remember one day I was telling, Victor.
Yep.
So Victor was over, we were talking, and I said to him, I said, like I've been really good in the hook, right? Like I'm strong in practice, I'm hooking with everybody. But in a match, I don't know how to go about getting in a hook off the go.
Yeah.
Like whenever I've tried, I've screwed up and got pinned. But like if I top
It's an
roll,
art. It
well,
really is an art to
well,
properly get
I'll tell
yourself
you,
started to it.
but he made it simple for me. So he goes, Brian, how are you hooking? I'm like, well, I'm grabbing a little lower and I'm trying to shoot in and just suck him back. He's like, oh, yeah, that's why. I'm like, well, what should I do, Victor? He goes, Brian, set up and go sideways. And I'm like, what?
Hmm.
And I'm not even lying. So you showed me that day. I went to practice 2 days later.
Hmm.
I was gripping up and I just went sideways and I was in a hook. And I was like, what the fuck? It just, if you just hit sideways, unless you're trying to go up and high, if you just hit sideways where you're just going right into their hand, it
Yep.
just naturally goes into a hook, no matter what you do.
Yep. And you always, the one thing Matt Mask actually taught me is if you're, because he's not a natural hooker by any means, but he can. The instead of, because lots of guys they like to go like this and kind of get palm up or
Yeah.
close to. He
Mhm.
said if you're going to get into a hook, like you said, go sideways, but keep your wrist flat. It's
Yeah.
not, you're not like this
Yeah.
every time.
Right.
You're
No.
going to be like this,
Yep. Exactly.
and it makes it easier.
Yep. It does.
Real
Wow.
men hook, yeah.
Yeah.
It might.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a hooker for sure on my right, but my left is just it's good for the top roll.
Yeah. No, I
You know,
I try to do everything.
you know what I like a lot, and I'll explain it really quick. I love low hand top rolls.
Yeah, me too.
I
Good at it
absolutely
too.
love, especially for me, because I have such like I have thick hands, short appendages, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I find that if I'm in a low hand, because I have strong fingers, I can when the other person hits, because I'm in a low hand, I can switch from hook to top roll depending on what they hit me with. So it
Mhm.
works in a tournament setting because I'm not worried about what they're going to do because I'm in a position that I have a chance on both.
No, I know what you're saying. Well,
And that could not work for everybody. Like if you're a long person, it might not work that way. You might just be using it as a top roll, but I find it's a great way to switch.
oh, nice. David Jansen just got off with Hollywood. I like Matt. Matt's a nice guy. Matt Connolly, do you know who he is? We've had him on the podcast.
I've never met him or
Yeah,
seen him.
he's from Australia. Yeah.
Okay.
They run a big arm wrestling thing, and he actually I think he did announcing for the Punjabi League last year. But yeah, he's been on the pod a few times.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually David has invited me on his podcast. So I'm gonna be on there with him. I like going on other people's podcasts sometimes because then I get to talk more.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. I
No,
talk a
no,
lot.
no. Our podcasts aren't about us anyway. It's about the guests and the people on and the chat and tell you the truth. Yeah, the AEW. That's it. Um, I like looking at the comments and just talking about whatever people type. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I ran a like a you do you know what you now is?
No.
So I used to stream on you now. I was one out of the 400 paid content creators in North America.
Oh, okay.
I used to stream, and I think the largest audience I ever got to was like 50. But
Oh,
and I had to stream for like 12 hours at some point. But there was nights where I'd
wow.
make like $400 or $500 just
Wow.
streaming.
That's
But
crazy.
but then you're the when everybody's watching you is between like 10 p.m. and like 3 a.m. So
Oh, yeah,
it
yeah.
really messes with you if you're not in the right time zone.
I used to do that shit a long time ago. I'm trying not to now.
Yeah, don't do it. It takes like your
Yeah.
days are taken away. You won't have any
I
energy.
know. It
Arm
sucks.
wrestling will become a second, which isn't an option.
Yeah. No, for sure. Yeah, we got 465 subs. They've been harder and subscribers too. So
Yeah, man,
yeah.
I subscribed early. I think
Yeah.
I was like in the first 100 or so,
Okay.
maybe just after. Could be. But you guys have grown a lot, even recently, I think, right?
Well, I thought it was going to be easy. I thought we were just going to start a pod and we get like thousands of subs. Boy, was I wrong. Like we've been grinding. But you know one thing I can say though, it's been a slow process, but the people that we have in the chat and the people that are subscribed, I mean, they've all become like a family now. Like I
Yeah,
know I can look in the chat and I know the people in the chat and I feel like I know them, right? So I mean,
yeah,
I'd rather it be slow and more like, you know what I mean? Like we're all come together than
yeah,
have like 50,000. I don't even know who the hell's typing to me. Like I actually like it better like this. Now we get 35 more subs. we get to have a membership and we get to do super chats and shit. I don't really care if we get super chats or anything. I don't like it.
Everybody up right this freaking
Yeah,
second.
yeah. But I mean, if we do get some, it'd be cool because anything that we do make off the channel eventually, we're putting into events. So we're going to be running events. We've actually, I guess I can kind of officially announce it. It's already been. So we are teaming up with 98%, and it didn't really matter if we teamed up with them or not, but it was a good choice because they got Arms God now that's farming.
Yeah.
And I thought it was a good opportunity for Albertans because we're going to do the league either way next year. But I thought it'd be a good opportunity to get the people in Alberta on the U.S. rankings. And
Yep.
also, they will get seen by Arm Gods. And maybe, we can get some of our boys over to Ireland and competing with those guys, right?
That right there is why I need to make this list, man, because I want to be in the conversation.
Well, exactly, right? So this will give motivation, though. This will say, okay, because like we were talking even at nationals, we're like, man, if we could have brought a second team and replaced all of us and still won nationals, I think, as a team, because we had a lot of our best didn't even go to nationals.
I was actually talking to well, this sounds stupid, but I was talking to Chat GPT recently because I was kind of looking into like what it knows about the like Canadian arm wrestling stuff or whatever.
Yeah.
And it does say that Alberta is one of the strongest provinces due to many factors. Like most of us are trades, oil, just farm boy, right? Like we have a lot of natural tensile hand and grip and very good side pressure. It's just kind of natural here. It does say like if you want to get very strong, you live and train in Alberta.
No, it's true. I was talking to Butcher a few days ago, and Butcher said, right now Quebec is technically the powerhouse in Canada, but it's only because we're just not our guys don't travel and we don't get outside Alberta enough because I would argue that Alberta, it might be I think it might
I
be
would call it number one. Like if you look
really
across the board, like we have a lot of like nationals wins.
Oh yeah.
And that's when the guys do travel. That's when we win. We do pull it out. We pull it out. We show everybody what we got every time.
No, it's true. It's true. Like what I want to do is we're gonna be doing a Red Deer versus Mike Shaft's probably gonna organize it. He's at practice right now in Edmonton.
Yeah.
But he's probably gonna organize it with us, and we're gonna do Red Deer versus Lethbridge. Now, tell you the truth, I think we spank Lethbridge. But it depends on the matchups, right? How we match. It would have to be strategic from both clubs on who pulls who, and you know what I mean? What not, right? So
I would put my money on Calgary. I think Lethbridge has a lot of guys.
Well, it's Red Deer. It's gonna be Red Deer, yeah.
Didn't you say Lethbridge?
Lethbridge is Red Deer versus Lethbridge. I'm a Red Deer member. Yeah. I'm not.
Oh, okay. Okay. That's why I got confused because you're from Calgary. Oh,
I live in Calgary, but
you know what? Sean Crofter, he's insanely good.
Oh yeah.
And really good. I think that he would put them over on the Lethbridge guys. I think so.
Yeah, it's like I said, it would just be matchups, right? How who they match up with who, but I think there's just too much depth in Red Deer.
They also have Matt Mask, which is
we do
advantage when they do have him, right?
Yeah, we do. You got to remember, Allie and Victor are both Red Deer members too, right? So
yeah, Victor.
Even though we live in Calgary, but our club is Red Deer. Yeah.
I love when Victor comes to Medicine Hat. I absolutely love it because he's like one of the only guys that has come down and just like tore through the boys there, and I just think it's so funny. I didn't know who Victor was. He came to practice one day, and he didn't tell me like who he was.
Oh,
right? He's very
so good.
And I'm like telling him, I'm like, oh yeah, like we'll just go slow. And then I'm like, he lets me pin him a few times, and I'm like, oh, I'm feeling good.
Yeah, he's nice.
And Stonewall.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, who are you? What's your name? Then he says, oh, my name is Victor. And I was like, oh, okay, now I know.
Yeah.
This crazy,
the Russian spy.
Yeah.
No, Victor is a good friend of mine, and he's a good arm wrestler.
He's a fantastic armor. I
Yeah.
keep saying that about everybody, but there's really not a lot of guys
Yeah,
around here that aren't like crazy
no,
good. We
that's
have
what I'm saying.
like
That's what I'm
we
saying.
like anybody you can talk about in Alberta has a talent. Like you said, we could go to battle with Saskatchewan tomorrow, and we like Alberta would probably come out on top.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. They got a couple strong guys.
Oh yeah, they
They
do.
got a couple strong guys, but Manitoba's got some strong guys. I mean, Jordan Weed was in the chat. He's from Manitoba, I believe, and he's a killer. You know, he's doing big things now too. He's traveling.
Like,
I would say West Coast. It'd even be West Coast versus East Coast would be cool. Like, you know what I mean?
isn't there like something like that? Like I feel like we're missing something like that in
A
Canada.
Canadian version of East versus West.
Yeah, well, and I think we could run it different too, right? Like I think that the qualifiers,
Yeah.
because I think it would be very popular. And this is a stupid way to put it too, but like lucrative for the community,
Hmm.
right? Because how cool would it to like actually put this ranking system into an actual tournament or super
It's
matched
coming.
uh,
It's coming.
like set up like East versus West. Like I think that you should have to compete to keep, right?
Yeah, I agree.
And I think that these rankings in Alberta and all that, I want a Canadian ranking, and
Yeah.
I want
We don't even
to the
have a
guys
Canadian. Do you
to
know that? We
hammer
don't
out.
even do you know we don't have a Canadian ranking
I
system?
know. I was trying to find. I was like, this doesn't even exist,
No, no, and it should.
and we need it. It's
Well,
something that we're missing.
so what I was gonna propose, and hopefully someone doesn't like a promoter's not on here and tries to steal my thunder. But we got Dexter coming on next week. And one thing I'd like to talk to Dexter about
Yeah,
is holding a qualifier. Because I mean, I have experience holding the East versus West qualifier because we did it,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
But what I'd like to do is set it up East versus West qualifier, East versus West, and do a Canadian qualifier for the best in Canada to
yeah,
get a shot at the East versus West or a final, let's say. But it's going to be East Coast Canada versus West. So from Manitoba to BC versus from Ontario to the Maritimes, the farthest Maritimes.
yeah.
You know what I mean? And have an East versus West, but actually do it like Canadian qualifier, East versus West, and actually have the East versus the West.
Yeah, we need it. We need it. We
Yeah,
need it.
I think doesn't that sound just like fucking amazing? And then
It would change the Canadian game. It really would.
yeah, and then another thing, East versus West would actually get access to the best from Canada.
Yeah, we do not have a good enough system here to like place our best guys where they need to be.
That's right. And that's
And
why
fortunately, like we do have some like we have some guys here. You have Yanni, he can't go compete.
he gets his visa in like 6 months though or something.
Yeah, but for right now and
Right now, yeah.
years prior he couldn't go anywhere. So I do understand that we can't always send like
Yeah, our best. Yeah.
Yeah. But we don't really have a system in place to actually decide who is the best. Like we don't have a who's number one in Canada, who's number two. Like we know
They go by nationals. Yeah.
we know, but there should be an all-time ranking for Canada. It's a needed thing. It's going to be a requirement for us to move.
Plus we have two tier. So listen, we got okay, so Devin and Matt, they don't even count.
They don't.
You can't even count them. So right now, right-handed in Canada, our best is Josh Bellin, I think. In a tournament setting, he's proven he's the best in Canada.
Yeah.
In a super match, he has endurance issues, which he's working out. I would say he's still one of the best in Canada, even in a super match format. He did lose to Rick Heidebrecht twice because of endurance issues, but I think he's fixed that too. So, I mean, yeah, like, some of the lighter guys, yeah, we got Eugene, we got Mason DeRossi, we got there's so many killers. I mean, I don't know. I can't even say there's like a list of 1,000 pullers, so I don't want to disrespect anybody by not saying their name. So
No, yeah, but you could sit here all night and just name after name.
yeah,
And it's just what it is. Like
here's an example. So back when last year with Iron House, they brought Alex, the Alex guy from Georgia, that he lives in Ontario,
Yeah.
young guy.
Yeah.
They brought him to Iron House, and Neil Pickup's like, "Oh, no one can beat Alex in Canada." It's like, well, no, Kelly Leach beat him in a super match and beat him at Nationals.
Yeah.
I'm like, Kelly Leach is way better. Neil's like, I've never heard of Kelly Leach. I'm like, you've never heard of the Leach family? Like, you know what I mean? They're like iconic in Canada, right? But he never heard of them. But there's another example, right? Now Alex just got his second match at Arm Wars. Who did he go against? Coach Ray. I'm like,
Right.
you know what? That should have been Kelly Leach. Like Kelly Leach. I'm telling you, no one's gonna have the endurance and put on a show like Kelly Leach. Like he should be in Iron House. Like, like
Yep.
I don't know. We have so many guys here that and then I mentioned them to Neil, and Neil's like, I don't know them. I'm like, well, pff. And then last week we had a thing where Josh Bellin had the
Yep.
match with Philip Larson. So it was
Yep.
going to be Josh Bellin versus Philip Larson. And Neil Pickup jumped in and said, no, 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 it's not close. You can. And then Josh got pushed to the side, and now Matt's pulling Philip. But Matt's going to crush Philip. I think the better match was Josh and Philip.
That's the struggle. I find like Engen, everybody's like, oh, he puts on these great shows and there's such great matchups. But there's so many 3-0 with people that are far more superior.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's not a lot of going back. And I know that that's not always like you're like sometimes that guy that day is just that much better. But I would love to see way more wars.
Well, listen, I'm glad. Listen, Matt's my guy. I'm glad he got the match, but I see
Yeah.
Matt killing. I do see him killing Philip. Now the thing is, too, promoters got to just forget too about just the big names, because I tell you right now, remember you and Kalen match? That was a banger match,
That was a good
right?
match.
Matchmaking isn't always about having the two best guys in the world. Matchmaking is about finding two guys that are actually going to be close and going to put up a banger match. Because the whole idea between super matches isn't to pick matches for some guy to crush a guy 3-0 every time.
Yeah.
You want to pick a match that's going to be a burner that's going to go 5 rounds,
Yeah.
right? So you know what? If two guys fall in a class where maybe they're not elite, but yeah, they're fucking bangers of a match, I'd rather see that than a 3-0 from an elite. Like, do you know
Yeah.
what I mean? I'd much rather it's those wars like Matt Smith versus Connor Sale. It was Arm Gods. I watched that match. It was one of the best matches I ever seen.
Yeah.
But it wasn't East versus West, right? So,
You know, another good one, Gubbs
yep.
versus I don't know his name, but he was really tall at the same event with Kalen.
Oh, Andrew.
Andrew, yeah, that was a good match too.
Mhm.
I very much enjoyed that.
Yeah, but see, Andrew was 3 weight classes above Gubbs, but it was
Yeah.
still a good match because the matchmaking was good. It was like, listen, they're not in the same weight class, but his skill and strength and it's gonna be a good match.
Yep.
To me, I'd rather see a close banger where it takes heart and determination. I'd rather see that match every day over some elite guy just going and crushing someone 3-0.
Yeah, I get the only person that's kind of fun to watch is Levon. It's the because it's bound to happen, but he is the only guy that I'm like I'm excited to watch you crush this. Unless I'm like I like watching certain guys. Like I like watching you. I've watched Zach. I like watching Dakota, and it feels good to win 3-0. And it's good. And it's good. If it happens, that's great. But it's the grinder matches that make you love the sport.
Then, whenever I've had a grinder match, I feel so much fulfilled, and I talk about that match, and it means so much more to me than if I just go in and blow someone away in a match.
Yeah, like me and Kaylin's match. I tell people about it all the time because it was such a fight. I lost, but I'm proud of that match.
Mm-hmm.
It was, and even me and him, we got match of the night at East versus West, and I loved every second. Like that match, we were trading the blows in the middle of that match. It wasn't long. I think it was like 30 seconds, but that 30 seconds was intense. And our best of 5 match, it was intense the whole time.
I remember I voted on that match. Well, I voted you guys as match of the day.
Well, I appreciate it. I still hold that. I put that by my bed, and every night I look at that and I remind myself that I'm gonna get there one day.
Oh yeah. Yeah, exactly. You know what? You just don't take your foot off the gas, man. You just keep
No.
going. Like even me, I got this elbow injury right now. I tore my UCL and I tore the flexor muscle. But I mean, last week I was doing 2 pounds of side pressure. Yesterday I was doing 14 pounds. So
It's improvement.
it's like, even though I felt so wimpy,
It's important, and you
it's
work,
important.
and you
Yeah.
work.
That's right. That's right. And I did, and it hurt. So basically when I'm doing side pressure now, I kind of take it a bit and I could feel it because it hurts. It activates the where I'm ripped, but
Yeah.
then I just hold it there and
Mhm.
I just feel the pain and I just hold it. And I hold it for like 2 minutes and then I let go. Now that activates the tendon, allows blood to get in there, and it's hurting because it's telling me I'm hurt, but it's not getting injured anymore. And now and the only reason I'm feeling the pain is because the blood's actually going into it and
Yep.
it's giving
Which is
me
what you want.
what you want, right?
Yeah.
So I'm just going to continue doing it, and if it's in 2 pound increments, it's in 2 pound increments. I mean, my elbow was pretty injured 8 weeks before nationals, and I did massive rehab for nationals,
Yeah.
and I got back up. I went from 20 pounds of side pressure when I first injured it. That was in the dungeon. I injured it.
Yeah.
And then I worked my way back up to 100 pounds of side pressure right to at nationals. So that was 8 weeks.
I just hit a PR this week actually on my side pressure. Here, give me a second. I gotta do my math. I remember how many plates it was.
Okay. These chips are. Have you ever had Takis?
Yeah, no.
They're
I
so addicting.
oh my god.
I gotta
So
hide them. I had a couple and I was just like loving them.
talk I've had a few. Like I haven't like eaten them religiously, but I do like them. Oh, so my side pressure PR this month on my left, I got to 135 pounds.
That's really good. Really good.
Yeah. It's hard
Yep.
though because my wrist is having a hard time keeping up. So I've been doing a lot of I have the orange fat grip and I've been doing a lot of this.
Mm.
So I'm trying to get my cupping better before I continue on my side pressure because otherwise I'm just beating a dead horse.
Well, and think about your pulling style. So make sure when you're doing side pressure, do it in the way that you would naturally be pinning somebody. So like a lot of guys train side pressure, but I'll see them training side pressure, but they're training it and it's not even in the form that they arm wrestle in. So I'm like, well, I'm sure it's helping you,
Yeah.
but yeah, they are pretty spicy, these ones. I don't know what they are. But the thing is you want anything you do for training for arm wrestling, make sure that it's applying to your pulling style. So for me, the way I like to go sideways is I like to just slam straight sideways, like
Yeah.
just like Hutchings, just.
Yeah.
So I like the karate belt. I grab the karate belt and I grab the pin and then I drag it over to the pad, right?
Yeah.
And that's how I like to do it because that's the motion that I like to go when I'm hitting or driving towards the pad. Now I will modify it. I'll actually pull it towards the back sometimes when I get it closer.
Yeah.
And I'll drag backwards. But I'm basically just going straight sideways. So I train it straight across sideways. Now, Dale doesn't pull that way at all. He likes to grab and he likes to drag people like this over to the pad. So
Yeah.
he trains his side pressure in a dragging motion, but it directly correlates to his style, right?
Yeah.
So if I can give you any advice, just make sure it's in like if however you would go sideways to pin somebody, do your side pressure in that position. Make sure it's very similar to the way you would drive sideways to go for the pin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It the way I do it when I do get the chance is and I try to think of my levers. Like I am a short armed guy. It is what it is. I'm a T-Rex. I I like to start my side pressure here. So it's like directly across from me, right? And I like to put it on a belt,
Yep.
uh, not a belt, the fat grips because my hands are small. I gotta be ready to grab monster hands like yours, and I like to pull it towards me, and then pull my elbow over and shoot down.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
it's straight side, and
It's
I
like a lat
sometimes I
drag
even
like
have
this.
two
So like
different
this.
connections.
No,
So
like this.
one is pulling, so it's like,
Yeah, yeah.
like kind of similar to Dale's, but I
So
like to
do a
make sure
straight.
that I
Well, then
pull down with the
make
side,
sure the pulley is
because if
straight.
I
Then.
just go straight side pressure training, it won't.
Yeah, do it from a straight pulley
Yeah.
then. So you're like this and then dragging down. Like
Yeah, that's how I do it generally. Just
yeah.
I find that for myself, I feel way better on the table after training.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, Ken Frank says, thank you for the kind words, Brian. You were actually my very first match ever. Oh wow. I am honored that you guys have such kind words. It makes me want to train even harder. Well, you're training really hard, buddy. And you know what? I love it. I see all your videos. I see your posts. I see your progress. And you know what? I'm glad I was the first guy you've ever pulled. That makes it even more interesting. See? So
Brian was also my first ever like match pull.
yeah, there you
Yeah,
go.
Brian's the gatekeeper for the beginnings.
I was, but not anymore.
No,
I
no,
moved up a little bit.
no. I didn't mean like that. I meant like
No, I know.
you
No,
want to, yeah. But
well, we've
yeah.
all progressed, right? But I'm like Ken. I put a lot of work in, man. Since
Oh
I
yeah,
met
you're
you,
right.
Jackson,
You're right, hand man. I remember our first match like it was yesterday.
Mhm.
Because that match, I won't lie, I
Yep.
got mad about it because I
You
lost
fouled out.
on a
Yeah.
foul that I didn't think happened.
You were
It doesn't
driving.
matter now.
Yep.
But I
Yeah.
remember I was hit. I hit you probably like 5 or 6 times in a row, just trying to get that pin.
Mhm.
And I remember being like, I'm gonna come back and beat this guy one day for real. And then we pulled like at I can't remember where. Like we just had like a little practice
Lethbridge.
pull. It wasn't at
I
your
think
house.
it's
I think in Lethbridge, yeah. And then I was like, well, that guy has moved. He's
Yeah.
that tier has sailed. That ship has
I
sailed
pulled really good
for a
that
while.
day. The only guy that was able to pin me that day was Byron. Yeah.
I'm out of Medicine Hat, Alberta, Kevin. But yeah, that was you went hard, man. And I feel like I went the opposite direction. I trained my left way harder.
Mhm. Well, that's where I'm at now.
Yeah,
Training the left.
me and you need a match, Brian.
Yeah, you know what? I'm trading my left up. We'll maybe have to do it left.
Yeah, you train your left up. You let me know when you're ready, and
Yeah.
that'd be a good one.
Yeah. I think you might have well, I'm injured right now, but if I wasn't injured, I think you'd have a hard time with my right now.
I think I would lose ferociously on your right, Brian.
Yeah.
I don't think,
Yeah.
I don't think it would be a
Maybe.
hard time. I don't think
Yeah.
there would be time at all.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's be clear.
Oh yeah, that's fine. Yeah. But
How about this?
your left felt really good anyway, though.
We'll say we did, and we'll not, because I don't need that embarrassment today.
Oh, no worries.
Yeah, oh man, your hand, it's completely the way you've built your arm to be connective.
Yeah.
Like your start to finish is the same. It's very much controlled.
Yeah.
And like when we pulled, it was like when I would try to get into the hook, you're gonna meet me there, and you're gonna pull it sideways. And if I tried to pull out, you were pulling up.
Yeah.
Just you refined it. I'm behind you. It is what it is.
Well, I'm very connected on my right. So like you said, it's very comfortable to just change. I can just flow wherever you're going.
Yeah.
On my left, it's not as coordinated, right? And actually you were getting above my hand and I couldn't do nothing about it. So
my left is also I showed you my left arm is literally an inch and a half longer than my right.
It is. That's weird.
It is weird.
It is. It's actually like that much longer. I've never seen that before. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it actually has a lot to do with my pulling styles as well. Because my right arm is so short, it makes sense that flopping and hooking is my main. But since my left arm is so much longer and my fingers are bigger, wider, and whatever, like they're a whole size bigger on a ring too. Like it's
just whatever. Well, then you should be focusing the left and like keep pulling right, but focus your left because left, 90% of pullers, man, the left is not as good as the right. You know what I mean? And if you're dominant rough left, that's a big advantage.
I find that if I can't beat a guy right, I can probably beat that same dude left.
Yeah, yeah.
But but then it goes the other way. If I can't beat a guy left, I probably beat them right. But I'm also ambidextrous. I don't know if you knew that.
Yeah. Oh
I'm
yeah, I know you are kind of because I Cody Sluggett's that way too.
yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
both.
he's pretty much. Well, Cody's strong, super strong on both arms, but
Cody's
his
ridiculous. I practiced. I test whatever you call it. Practice pulled Cody at that event with Kalen in Calgary.
yeah.
Like or no, the one before where Sergey and Matt did their talk, same
Oh
building.
yeah.
And Cody was doing that, staring into my eyes,
Yeah.
letting me know I wasn't going to move him that day.
Yeah.
You know,
He's a little cocky. Yeah.
I love cocky. Like
Yeah.
that sounds gay, but
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
I like
It's
a little bit.
okay.
I don't like a lot of arrogance, but if
Yeah.
you're arrogant
Confident.
with
It's a confident
yeah,
arrogance. Yeah.
yeah, like Larry Bird, Devin Lorette, those guys, that's what I like.
Yeah.
If
I
you
know what you mean.
if you can back it up, I'll appreciate it.
I know what you mean. Totally. Yeah. You know, hey, that was a good seminar, you know.
That
I
was a
can't believe I can't believe we got Matt Mask and Sergey Kalashenko together to do a seminar. That was like the first pair that I think anybody's done too.
and they pulled.
Yep, they did. Yep.
And that was cool. That was like if you have footage from that, that's a
Oh, I
very
have lots of footage from that. Yeah,
I
a lot
have
of
some
footage.
too. I actually pulling I pulled Greg Deneen there.
Oh yeah, what a beast he is.
That was he laughed at me, bro.
Yeah, because his left makes everyone feel like a child.
I know. And then even Sergey Chalakenko,
Yeah.
or however the frick you say it, he pulled with Greg and was like, "You are strong." That's
Yes. Yes. Greg's left is something special.
It is. I told Greg a long time ago because I met him that first tournament with you and he was there.
Yeah.
And when he walked in, I was like, "What the?" He was wearing a big puffy jacket. I was like, "That guy's got to be at least 350." Like
He's
he
not though.
was.
Yeah.
But
I know,
but
he's like
he is such a
dense.
humble guy. Like
Oh, nicest guy.
Nice.
Good friend of mine. Yeah, really good friend of mine. Yeah.
I have nothing but nice things to say about Greg, and I do on Facebook because I'm behind the safety of distance and screen. I like to give him a hard time. I'm always like, Greg, I don't know, man. You're gonna have to keep it up because I'm coming for you. And he's like, okay.
That's a good bar to set.
Yeah, great. I have milestones, man. I very carefully picked who I want to pull.
Yeah.
Like, I already know my next 5 matches as long as I continue to winning. There's people that I have set out. You're one of them. I want Byron. I want Terry Taylor in an actual match. I want Roger Shipton. I do want Dakota as well.
Well, maybe go Terry next. If you can't get Roger, do Terry. Yeah, that'd be a good one.
Yeah, because Terry's higher than Roger on the list for left.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So I think I would go with Terry next if I beat Roger, because I can beat Terry very convincingly.
Yeah, well, you know, and then give Terry something to kind of work towards, and it'd be good. And we got, you know what, I'm gonna still do. I'm thinking about doing eventually is getting a clubhouse, like actually getting a clubhouse here in Calgary.
Yeah,
but like not using it for like a club. It's really weird. Like I want to use it for like just super match. Like you know how Neil Pickup does Iron House and stuff like that?
Yeah.
I want to get like a clubhouse, but only use it for super match things. So like let's say we're gonna do 4 events coming up this year, right?
Yeah.
And in 2026. So you're not gonna see an event till 2026, but there's gonna be 4 events. And then what I'd like to do is the Friday night have a super match night, have like 5 to 10 super matches, and do some kind of like members only, like members only thing for the channel, right?
That'd be good.
Yeah, and that way, we'll have super matches, and they'll be good super matches.
Yeah.
And then we'll have the event, the tournament the next day on the Saturday, but that will be probably at the casino or it'll be somewhere nice, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's
I think it's a good idea.
Yeah, I still want to do the super matches, but I'd rather not do the super matches on the event day because I like to just get it flowing because we do youth usually. We got women's, we got masters, grand, all that. And then
I'm not a big fan of super matches on tournament days. It just takes a lot of time. Like I love watching them, but then by the end, all that adrenaline and buildup I have, I'm like, I've kind of lost it cheering for people.
We got 98 American Southwest region in the house. Yeah, we're gonna be brothers now and sisters. Yeah,
Who's
connect.
Neil's index finger?
That's me. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. That was my troll. Like it was kind of my troll name when I first got into arm wrestling. But it
oh,
was
okay.
because I actually listen, when I started watching arm wrestling, Neil Pickup, believe it or not, even though like I said, he's kind of rude. He never even answers my anything. I can't even get a hold of the guy. I got his contact and everything. He still ignores me. But I kind of fell in love with the sport watching him. Actually, one of the first matches I ever seen was Neil Pickup versus Michael Monster Todd. And not being an arm wrestler, that match was entertaining. Like
Oh
I
yeah.
watch it now and I think, oh, it might have been. I think Neil did play it up a lot. I mean, I don't know, but before I knew arm wrestling, I was so amazed by that. I was like, look at this match, and I'm watching it, and it's just it's blowing me away. Oh, Ken, Gray Eagle, maybe you can get me a contact because they said to me, I reached out to Gray Eagle because I would love to do an event there, and they said they're not interested in arm wrestling. And they basically told me to pound sand. So Ken, do me a favor and get me a contact and see if you can get me in Gray Eagle because I'd love to do all our events at the Gray Eagle.
That would be a great place. I
That'd
love
be a
the.
great place. Great
I
place.
lost so much money there. I love
Mm.
it.
Yeah, but the thing is I want it in good venues. So listen,
You know
I'm
what, man? There is the perfect arm wrestling venue here in Medicine Hat.
really
Yeah, it's called the Esplanade, and it would be a super match place. Um, it's got seating, it's got a bar. I think there's food there now. So it's actually an art museum, but they have like a theater where they put on like plays and stuff. But there's an actual stage with like seating, high rise seating, and like entrance spots for actors and stuff
really.
and musicians. And I think it would be perfect if we had guys there and I've been trying to get Sergey and Eugene to do this forever.
You could do
But
an event there, but you're gonna have to plan. You want 6 months of advertising so you can get the people out there. You
yeah,
guys are kind of fucking out in the fucking
yeah, we are kind of the lowest spot, right? But
yeah.
it's the venue, man. It would be worth it. It is so beautiful. There's good stuff all around it and big. It's big, and the setup is literally for arm wrestling. If I could pick anywhere in Medicine Hat or anywhere that I've been, it would be the best.
Okay.
I'll
Well,
send you. I'll send you
yeah,
the link to its theater room. See what you think.
yeah. I mean, listen, we're not even locked in. Like it's gonna be through the fingers is still gonna be the like the promotion, right? So
Yeah,
but we're not locked into doing it necessarily just in Calgary or Red Deer or you know what I mean? Like we could do an event anywhere, really. It's just, like I said, it's just you got to think about numbers and who's traveling and what's not. But I think one perk that we're going to have is that we are going to make sure it gets entered into the airs system. So at least you're going to have some kind of ranking in North America, right?
yeah,
And what I'd like to do down the road is I want to talk to like kind of like the main promoter from each province here in Canada.
yeah.
And I'd like to work on a Canadian rankings eventually too.
Like I said, that is a needed and required thing for this.
Very needed thing. Yes, very needed thing. It's hard to do though, right? Because you got Canada is so damn big. It is for people to travel 4,000 or 3,000 miles to compete against somebody else. I mean, sometimes it just doesn't happen, right? So,
Yeah, 100%. It
yeah.
is
So,
hard because we are spread out a bit.
yeah, we are. But you know what? With enough advertising, promoting it early, making sure it's in a location where people, if they need to, like, do you have an airport in Medicine Hat?
Yep.
Okay. See, like making sure that people can get there, right? And you got hotel accommodations, everything else. That's basically all you need, right?
Yeah. You know
And
what? I I do window cleaning, right?
yep,
And
yep.
so I have quite a few connections in that area. So and my uncle, he's like they're part of the school board there for transfer students.
Okay.
So they have a lot of connections into like the auditoriums and like the like living quarters and stuff, and also into the hotel sector. So there's some options out there.
Hmm. See, I'm actually in the process of talking to high school. I want to get in at a high school and run a program. Like have
I've been thinking about doing that in my old high school
yeah,
because it's
but
all
listen,
farm kids
it could
straight.
be great though, like, after school, like if the school's willing to do it, right? It keeps the kids out of shit, gives them something to focus on.
Mhm.
And I think, if the school is, would be willing to donate a space, right?
Yeah.
Then what you can do is you can do an after school program. And
Mhm.
actually, I mean, you could do a lot of good, man. Like, you know what I mean? I can see a lot of kids enjoying it. I see
I
a lot. I think that's the future too for us is we have to get in the schools because that's one thing we're not doing here. And if we did that, that will be a game changer.
my I when I was in high school, I had never like I'd only arm wrestled teachers and stuff and
Yep.
students. And on my grad day, we walked across the stage and they you know how they read off what you're gonna do
Hmm.
with your life. I put in there that I was gonna be a top Canadian puller one day and that I was gonna go to tournaments and compete. And they literally pulled me aside before the event and said, we're not gonna say that because that's a ridiculous dream and it'll never happen. And then I made them do it. I made them put it. I said, well, then you don't put anything for me. Just say I'm a loser. Like put
Yeah, yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah. And so they put it. And then I actually went back to the school because my sister went to the same school. I wore my arm wrestling t-shirt. I had all the photos ready and I showed that exact teacher that pulled me aside and then the other teachers who did believe in me and they were talking about getting me down and talking to the students about it. But then unfortunately a lot of them that year like left the school because of some bad stuff that happened with some kids. But
Yeah. Well, no, you know what? That's what we gotta do anyway. We gotta get into the schools. We gotta, like my true passion is to grow the sport really, and it's from like the ground up, local,
yeah.
right across North America, the world. I mean, I only care about North America, but I
Yeah.
mean,
But if we could have schools competing against each other, like make it like wrestling.
well, you
Like
could. That's what I was saying, though. I was just about to get to that, bro. So what you do is you start an after school program in one school, right? And then you know what? You organize it in another high school. Before you know it, you can get into multiple high schools, and guess what? We can hold two events a year, actual school events. You know what I mean? Where like we do it
yeah,
in the gymnasium, and it's actual school event, and it's teams around the city that all compete against each other in this tournament. Like, you know what I mean?
yeah.
Like it could be
Yeah.
a lot of fun, man. And you could,
I could see this being huge for arm wrestling.
oh yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. Anyway, it's the sky's the limit. I don't got much more time, but one
I
real,
was gonna say I do have to hop off.
yeah, me too. Real quick, Shaw Classic set August 15th, 2025. There is confirmed super matches. We got Brian Shaw versus Brandon Allen.
Brian.
Personally, I think Brian destroys Brandon.
Yeah.
Um, I really do. I no offense, Brandon, but I think Brian kills you. Eddie Hall versus Robert Oberst. I know both of these guys. We all know Eddie's good. You know what? Don't count out Robert. This Robert Oberst has an amazing hand. He's been training with Alan Fisher and a bunch of like that whole club. I'm telling you, he's a sleeper. Everyone thinks that Eddie's just going to run over him. That might be match of the day.
I
Um, well,
I
go
I
ahead.
it's gonna end up being like Brian. He's gonna be too long for Eddie.
Who, Robert?
Yeah.
Oh no, no, no. Watch. No, Robert, I've seen his natural ability. I seen the first time he put his arm on an arm wrestling table, and I'm telling you,
He did lose to Larry Fields though.
yeah, but that's Larry. Oh, you're talking that who the Robert Oberst lost
Yep.
to him? Oh yeah, but still, that was Larry Wheels. That was when Robert never really pulled.
That's fair.
So now Robert's training. He's actually in a club. He's with Alan. I'm telling you, it could be way different. Next match is Gabby. You know Gabby. I can't even Vasconcelos or yeah versus Jocelyn Brisson. I'm telling
Going
you,
Gabby.
I'm thinking Gabby, but you know what? I think it's going to be a good match because guess what? They both pull very similar. Like they're very similar in just their frame and their pulling strengths. I actually think it could be really good. I really do. And actually, I think Jocelyn has a better chance against Gabby than she did Egla because Egla's pulling style really disabled Jocelyn. Where
Yeah.
Gabby, it's kind of their powers lie in the same spots. So I
It'll
think
just be stronger.
Yeah, it would just be who's strong. Exactly. This next match, I don't know. Like, it's a weird one. Saray Brown versus Derek Smith. Now, Derek Smith, he's probably got the most potential out of every, I would say, just under. Like, he never really broke through to elite. He's been that really gatekeep. Now he's kind of a gatekeeper the last 3 years.
Yeah,
But he's got so much potential. He should have no problem with Saray.
I think so.
No problem. But I don't know why. I see him getting in trouble because I just do. I see him getting in trouble with the King's move because Saray's going to pull out that King's move for sure. And I don't know. I don't know. It's going to be interesting anyway. Like I said, Derek should crush. What do you think?
Wait, who?
He's
Sorry.
against, it's Saray Brown, which is
Oh,
Brian
sorry.
Shaw's training partner. Yeah.
Oh, no. I'm gonna go the other. I'm gonna go the other way. I think.
Yeah. So and then you got versus Derek Smith. But
Yeah, I'm gonna go with.
I know. Yeah, I'm saying that this match could be an upset. That's all I'm saying. Could be.
It could be, but I would go a heavy favorite, Derek. If
Yeah, most
good-
people would be. Most people would be.
if he's gonna if he's gonna
If he
commit,
cracks, I don't know. Like, listen, Derek, he knows so much about arm wrestling and he's passionate. And I just think that I just don't know. I don't know. I don't know. This is the one match I'm not sure on just because I mean I want to say Derek, but I don't know.
safety, I'd say.
Yeah, Derek's a favorite, a heavy favorite. He's probably a 70-30 favorite.
Yeah,
This next match, Lawrence Chalet, big loss versus Martin Lisius. You know what? I think big loss kills him.
I don't know.
Well, Martin's, he's former world's strongest man. I think it was 2016 or no, 2015. What was it? 16. I think, I don't know. Or was it after? No, it was afterwards. He was world's strongest man like 2020.
Okay.
Yeah, that's more
Yeah,
right. Yeah, it's 2020. Yeah.
he's the Swedish guy.
And Big Loss is an arm wrestler. He's had matches at the Iron House with Neil Pickup. I just think that Martine's going to be stronger, but Lawrence, he's going to be much more technical. I think he'll be better just because of his time on the table.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah. So that's the only confirmed matches anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Devin's apparently pulling Alex left-handed for sure. And now I hear there's a video out of Vitali posted saying that he's getting ready for August 15th or whatever.
Yeah,
So
I see. He talked about it when he was talking with Dennis the other day as well.
yeah. So I don't know. That match might come out of nowhere, and all of a sudden Devin's pulling Vitali and Alex in the same day.
Not because I'm a huge Devin. I love Devin, but not
Mhm.
because I'm a fangirl. But I would put the edge in Devin's corner right now because he just feels very versatile. After his match with Gennady,
Mhm.
I just think that he's there.
Oh, he's there. I mean, it's taken pure power to beat Devin on the right. Like you have to be just that much stronger, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh yeah, Rickard Borman and Pablo. Thank you, David. Yeah,
Pablo.
yep, Pablo. He's good. He just beat Wagner Bortolato.
Yeah,
That match.
I'm
That's
gonna go with
crazy.
Pablo. I'd put my money on Pablo today.
Oh, I put my money on Pablo too. Is it left-handed or right-handed? I'm thinking it's right-handed. That's right-handed. Well, right-handed, I don't know. I don't know. Rickard might do better right-handed than the left. Left, I give all to Pablo.
We'll see.
That's a good one. Could be a good match. But I think Pablo's pretty damn strong. And I think Rickard does have a chance on the right, though. I do.
I think Pablo, either hand.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what I think yet. It's too early for me to say. Left-handed, Pablo all day. He just beat Wagner Bortolato, and he was so strong. Yeah. 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 It's right-handed. Yeah. I thought so. Well,
I gotta hop off, bro.
yeah, me too, brother. Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah,
I just
sorry.
get going. I wanted to leave
No,
it.
no, yeah, I'm sorry.
You're good, bro.
My bird got
Okay.
up.
Well, we had you on. You know what? We'll get you on again, bro. We'll shoot the shit some
Yeah,
more.
I'd love
For
it.
sure. And yeah, everybody in the chat, thanks for coming on and appreciate you a lot. So have a good night. Tomorrow night, Mark Harrison,
Nice to see
Canadian
you.
legend arm wrestler, man. He'll be on tomorrow night at